Rooftop Sports welcomes you to a special presentation of the National Football League.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Let me get set up here. Join live. Here we go, everybody. Let's see if the game started yet. Just trying to get set up here. Okay. Okay, here we go, everybody. Okay, the Cowboys have the ball, everybody. The Cowboys have the ball. Okay. They pass the ball to the running back. The running back only gets a couple yards. They get about 2 yards. Okay, here we go, everybody. Okay. The Dallas Cowboys have the ball. Okay, Prescott's lined up. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, Prescott goes back for the pass. He throws it, and it is caught. It is caught by number 88 of the Dallas Cowboys. And they're around the 50-yard line. That was a first down, Cowboys. First down, Cowboys. I'll be right back here. Yes, I'm awake. Here we go. Okay, so it is second and two. Second and two. Okay, so here we go. So he goes back for the pass. He's going back for the pass. He throws it, and it is caught. And it is caught by number 3. Number 3 Cooks. has caught the ball, and they're around the 22-yard line, and that's another first down for the Cowboys. Okay, number 88. 88's running for the ball, and they're okay, and they got out of bounds. Okay. Hello. Okay. So Dak Prescott's going back. He throws a pass. Throws a short pass. The guy gets the first, and number 20 gets the first down. And here we go. And so now the Cowboys are at first and goal. First and goal, looks like. Is it first and goal? It looks like it's close to first and goal. They're showing Gino on the sidelines right now. And it says, reflect the sun. A hand purple, blue piece, see films. How's it going? And then reflect the sun says, let's go Seahawks. Let's go Seahawks. Yes. So it's not first and goal. They're at the 12-yard line. Dak Prescott goes back for the ball, and it's incomplete pass to number 88. Incomplete pass. So it's second and 10. Second and 10 from the 12-yard line. Let's see if we can hold up here. Let's see if the Seahawks can hold this up. But thank you for joining Reflect the Sun. Okay, there's 11 minutes left in the first quarter. Dak Prescott goes back for a pass, and here he gets sacked. The guy catches it, but it's incomplete because the ball falls. Yep. Woodland rips the ball out. Yep, rips the ball out. Sweet. Mm-hmm. So now it's 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. So this play again is you have Dak Prescott going back for the pass. He throws the ball, and the ball gets tipped by Woodland. Woo! Of the Seahawks. Okay. There's no one in the backfield but Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott's going back for a pass. He has a whole bunch of time. Seahawks now is going after him. The guy passes the ball, and he lands right at the marker, but there is a flag on the play. So who is the flag against? Yes, we gave him way too much time to throw that football. Okay, it is 1st and goal now. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. Let's see. What are they going to do? A run play or a pass play? Let's see here. Okay. Looks like they're lined up to go for a run. Yep, they hand it off to number 20, and number 20 gets stopped. We stop him in his tracks right away. 1st and goal. We stop him. Big stop on 1st and goal. Big stop. Okay, now the Cowboys here. So let's see what the Cowboys can do here, This is a big rivalry for the Cowboys and the Seahawks. All the history they've had to get against each other, especially in the playoffs back in the day with Tony Romo. Man, that was big history. Okay, let's see if they're going to go for a pass play or a run play this time. Yeah, he goes for a pass this time. He passes it, and he gets batted down. And Dak Prescott, the ball gets batted down by number 21 of the Seahawks. Another big play. Let's see if we can stop on 3rd. Nice, Bobby. Yeah, that was number 21, Witherspoon. Witherspoon is a rookie. I really like Witherspoon and how he's been playing this year. I'm a big Witherspoon fan. Devin Witherspoon is really good. Okay, it's third and goal. Third and goal from the 3-yard line. Okay, that was a high pass to Dak Prescott. And number 56 tackles him. And they tackle for a loss. Woo! And they're back behind the 10-yard line. Woo! Huge, huge, huge stop at the goal line. Huge 3 stops at the goal line. Okay, let's see what happens here. So now they're going for a field goal attempt. The field goal attempt is good from 30 yards out. And so now the Dallas Cowboys are up 3-0. 3-0 on the Seahawks right now. Yes. So how's everybody doing? What do people think of the Seahawks' chance of winning this game? I think they have a really good chance based on their history against the Dallas Cowboys. I think this is going to be a great game for the Seahawks. That was a huge stop there so that we would save ourselves from getting the touchdown. Now we have to go down and score our own touchdown. Hopefully we can do that. What do people think? So I think that's going to be a big thing. Because if you look at the history of the Seahawks, I think I had it up here before. Yeah, so their all-time record is Dallas Cowboys have a 10-9 record versus the Seattle Seahawks. So they're almost 50-50. They split most of the games. Mm-hmm. And Dallas has lost the last 4 appearances. So Dallas has lost the last 4 games to the Seahawks. The last 4 they've lost. What do you think of that? The Seahawks have won 4 of the last 5 appearances against Dallas. And then if you go back even further, they've won 5 of the last 6. The Seahawks have won 5 of the last 6. Woo! What a great storyline there. Mm-hmm. That's a really cool stat I really like to bring up a lot of times. So right now we're still on commercial break. Does anybody have any questions or comments? Please feel free to drop them in the chat. I am your host, C Films, tonight for the Seahawks versus Cowboys game on Amazon Prime. So the game is actually on Amazon Prime right now. But I hope you're all enjoying the game. Look, they're advertising a new movie coming. New movie, Candy Cane Lane, starring Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy. What do people think of Eddie Murphy, the actor? I think Eddie Murphy's a good actor. He's fun to watch. So Geno Smith and the offense are coming out. So here we go, everybody. Here we go. So he has a 65% completion passing rating. He has 12 touchdowns and 8 interceptions this year. 12 touchdowns and 8 interceptions at a 65 passer completion rating. What do you think of the old school Seahawks uniforms tonight? What do you think of that retro uniform night again? Okay, Geno's lined up. So let's see. Okay. Geno hands it off to Charbonnet. And Charbonnet goes for about 4 yards, 4 to 5 yards. Oh, no. Don't get in a fight. Don't get in a fight. Ooh, a fight almost broke out. Okay. Okay, Gino hikes the ball, and then he basically hands the ball off, and Charbonnet keeps going, and he gets about 2 yards off of that. Charbonnet, a rookie this year, Zach Charbonnet. We need to get this first down. So it is 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. Looks like a flag on the play. Looks like a false start by somebody. On the Seahawks. So it's a false start on the Seahawks. It was the center who had it, Brown. The Seahawks center, Brown. Mm-hmm. So now it is 3rd and 8. And a big catch by DJ Metcalf. DJ Metcalf goes all the way for the touchdown. Woo! Woo! We can't have missed like that. Wow. We had 3rd and 8, and we went all the way for a touchdown. Huge, huge touchdown by from Geno Smith to DJ Metcalf. Woo, woo! Man, there was nobody out there. Nobody. That was so wide open. And it's good. Jason Myers makes the kick, and it's 7-3. 7-3, just like that. Woo! If we can win this game, this would be huge. The Seahawks win this game, it'd be huge for playoff implications. Because Seahawks are the 6th seed right now, and they need a win. Then it says, so Reflect the Sun says, we can't have missed like that. And then it says, Reflect the Suns, some emojis. And then Reflect the Sun says, yes. And then Reflect the Sun says, woohoo! Are you kidding me? And then Reflect the Sun says, that is what Jerry Rice slant they were looking for. There's that Jerry Rice slant they were looking for. Woo! But that was awesome. That was awesome. And stuff. So everybody in the chat, who's your favorite player on the Seahawks? Does anybody have a favorite Seahawks player or just a favorite football player in general? Who's your favorite football player? That's a better question. Who is your favorite football player in the NFL? Fight the Suns. We sure needed that. Yes, we did. That was a huge play. And so there's a lot of players I do like and stuff like that. Like on this, like especially the Seahawks, Bobby Wagner I like. I think Geno's good. I don't think he's great, but I think Geno's good. And then I actually like Devin Witherspoon. I'm really starting to like Devin Witherspoon. I think he's really good. I really love Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett is great. He's not the biggest guy, but he just knows how to get in these like pockets and just like catch the ball. Get between things. So I think Tyler Lockett's great. Metcalf's good. It's just he needs to keep his attitude in check. I think lately he's been doing a little bit better, but I think he can still work on his attitude problem. And then so I think we have really great pieces on the Seahawks overall. But if you have to go with like other players outside of that, yeah, it says, Reflect the Sun says, spoon, 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 and RE Agent Lockett. Yep, great players. And then if I think about other teams outside of the Seahawks, there's a lot of other players. Like I actually really like Like, I actually like Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes is great. Like, what he did and what he proved last season with, like, a injured ankle, he still won with an injured ankle. Like, that's impressive. Like, fighting through pain, like, I've had, like, pain in my body before. It's not easy to, like, power through it all the time, and that's a big deal, getting through that pain and still being able to, like, do all that work. I'm impressed by that. I thought that was really cool. He was able to make it through and win those games with that level of ankle pain. Because I've had pain in my body before, and it's not fun. And so, but wow, that was huge. Huge play. They're showing a recap of the play right now. Phenomenal player, Mahomes, no doubt. C Films, one of the best QBs ever to play the game. Yes, he is so good. He is so good and does so much for that team. And they stop him. They just eat him up on the running game. The Seahawks are doing really well at containing this running game that the Dallas Cowboys are trying to, have. And so I think this is a huge thing and stuff like that. That if we can maintain their running game and keep them to a minimal run, that'll be really great. So here we go. So it's 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. So Dak Prescott, okay, fakes the handoff, and now he's going to go for the pass. And the Seahawks come right behind him and knock him down. Number 52 knocks him down. Gino knocks down Dak Prescott. Then it says, reflected sun, Bland got burned on the DK touchdown. Yep. One quarterback that I've seen this year, and I actually thought that I thought people thought he was underrated. Like for me, like everybody used to diss on this one quarterback, but I think he's actually really good as Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson is like an underrated quarterback. But this year he's proven that he can step up to the challenge. Look, Dak Prescott's going back for the pass. He goes back to the pass. He gets the pass to number 87, and they get the first down. But then he gets eaten up by Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner takes him down. Woo! Bobby Wagner's played almost all his career but one season with the Seahawks. I hope you're enjoying my commentating. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Dak Prescott's going back for the pass. He goes back for the big pass. And flag. Yep. Yep, they're going to call it pass interference by the Seahawks. Yeah. This is what happens. The penalties are just eating us up. The penalties are eating us up. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Woolen again. Woolen again on a pass interference call. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, the running back. So he hands it off to the running back. He flicks it off to the running back, and the running back goes for a few yards. That's about 5 yards by 23 of the Dallas Cowboys. So now it is 2nd down for the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, it's 2nd and 8, so I was a little bit off on my prediction there. So let's see here. Okay. Dak Prescott goes back for the pass. Goes back for the big pass. And it is caught for a touchdown by number 88 of the Dallas Cowboys. That was CeeDee Lamb for the big catch by Dak. And that was a great pass. I think one of the things that's kind of prevented like Dak Prescott, we could consider like a great quarterback, is the one of the reasons why I think Dak Prescott's not considered one of the elite quarterbacks is all the injuries he's had. He hasn't been the most durable quarterback over his career, and that's one of the big things I've noticed with Dak Prescott. So now they're going for the field goal attempt, and the field goal is good. So now the game is 10-7. So it's 7-10, Dallas Cowboys. And this is Thursday Night Football. Yes. And there's like 4 minutes left. And so I think that's one of the things. Getting Fire D versus CeeDee Lamb. Yeah. And so I think this is one of the things I noticed with the actual team and stuff like that is the whole like big issue is the Seahawks defense sometimes makes mistakes, or our team makes mistakes as a whole. And one of the problems is when we make a lot of mistakes, or we make mistakes, the mistakes we make are big penalty mistakes that cause them to be in better field goal, better scoring position or something like that. I think that's one of the big things that happens to our team is we just get in that kind of, we do it to ourselves with all the penalties that we have. Mm-hmm. And the other thing for the Dallas Cowboys I've noticed is that the Eagles are just so good. Like Jalen Hurts has gotten so well, and that team's gotten so well that if the Dallas Cowboys can never beat or never like take down the Eagles, they're always going to be considered a 5 seed or worse because the Eagles are just dominating that division. They're just playing so much better than the Dallas Cowboys. And so that's going to be one of their big problems. And so it says, Reflect the Sun says, right, C-Films, looked like an obvious hold on the Cowboys O-line. And instead, they threw the PL on Woolen. So the thing about it here is that some people believe, I'm just saying, some people believe that like, you could call a penalty on almost every play because a lot of these calls are just like so like it's like okay do you say the grab here or this here or something like that. I think one of the calls that I kind of struggle with sometimes is the roughing the passer call because the player already has momentum going to him. How can they divert their momentum when it's like in a split second to not hit the quarterback before the quarterback throws the ball sometimes? Like, that's what I see is like it's the timing of things like that. And then it's like, okay, the guy places his hand on the helmet versus grabbing the helmet and stuff like that. It's like the hand's getting the wrong place or something like that. It's hard to sometimes see that in fast motion and stuff like that. But then when they slow the play down, you see a totally different like kind of like image of what the person actually did. And so I think that's one of the problems is the minuteness of the calls in the game. But it's at the end of the day, you play your game. The refs call the game how they want to call it. It's what they see. If you're in that situation, you're going to miss some calls, but get some calls right. You're going to make a couple mistakes here and there, but as long as the game is fair enough, I think that makes a lot of truth. Like if the game's fair enough, like if some call is blatant and they don't call it, I get why people are upset. But the call is a call. And the refs have to do the best they can in the situation there because that's pressure on them. A play might be, only a few seconds long. Like a play might be, 10 seconds, 5 seconds long. And in a split second, they have to make a decision. So Geno goes for the pass. He passes it to Lockett, and Lockett gets about a yard on that play. And then Reflect the Sun says truth. There is so much subjectivity, and it's hard to believe Seahawks should be the most penalized team in the league. It's all subjective. That is so true. And so that's the hard part, I think, with football is that these calls are so subjective. I know they're trying to prevent players from getting injured and stuff like that. And so I get why they side one way or the other way. So it's 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10. Okay. So Geno goes back for the pass. He passes it to number 11. Number 11 pushes it way through. And now we have a flag on the play. Okay, the flag is on the Seahawks. It's on Metcalf holding. Okay, so it's 2nd and 19. 2nd and 19. We need a huge play here. Come on, Metcalf. Or come on, Tyler Lockett. We need a huge play here. Oh, it's 3rd and 7. So it's 3rd and 7 on the Seahawks. Another flag on the play, and we get the first down. But there is a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag's all about. Penalty declined. Okay, the penalty is declined. So how's my commentating doing? Okay, so it's 2nd and 10. It's 1st and 10. So it's 1st and 10. Okay, Seahawks. Okay, they hand it off to Charbonnet. Charbonnet goes for about 2 yards. And then gets stuffed up and couldn't go anymore. How is my sports commentating going? Am I getting better at this? I don't know all the players' names. That's one thing I don't have down. So it's 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8, Seahawks. With 2 minutes and 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Okay, Geno Smith goes back for the big pass, and it is caught by DJ Metcalf. Another huge play by DJ Metcalf. That is twice tonight. He's had huge, huge catches. Okay, they give it to the running back, Charbonnet, and he gets eaten up right away. He might have lost a yard on that play. Okay, so here we go. There's a minute and 45 left. Okay, that was a high snap to basically. So it was a high snap to Geno Smith, and then Geno Smith hands it over to Charbonnet, and Charbonnet goes for about 5 yards. Hey, Geno Smith. Oh, and he falls. And he falls, but throws it in time. That was 3rd and 5. Now it's 4th and 5. And the guy just gets his foot. Okay, so here's Jason Myers for a field goal attempt. A 37-yard field goal attempt. Flag on the play. Okay, it's a 42-yard field goal attempt. And he misses! He misses it! From 42 yards out! .58 seconds left. Man, Jason Myers. Okay, and they get the first down. And Dallas gets the first down. He sliced it. Darn it. We needed that 3 points. So there is 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Oh, and Dak Prescott throws the ball, and the receiver basically incomplete pass. The receiver did not catch it. Incomplete pass. So it's 2nd and 10 with 19 seconds left. Okay, Dak Prescott goes back for the pass, and then the Seahawks guy wraps him up. Guy catches it, CD Lamb, and then the Seahawks guy wraps him up. Number. And that is the end of the first quarter. And it says, reflect the sun. He sliced it, then reflect the sun. Darn it, we need that 3 points. Reflect the sun. Where is the sidekick tonight, C Films? Well, my sidekick isn't here tonight because they have hashtag don't quit your day job. They have day job stuff to deal with. Mm-hmm. Yes, that is what's going on. Let me get this going here. I need to get this post up and going. Seattle Seahawks are down 7-10 to the Dallas Cowboys after the first quarter. Seattle Seahawks are down 7-10. Seattle Seahawks are down 7-10 to the Dallas Cowboys after the first quarter. Seattle Seahawks are down 7-10 to the Dallas Cowboys after the first quarter. Hashtag Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks are down 7-10 to the Dallas Cowboys after the first quarter. Hashtag Seahawks. Hashtag Dallas Cowboys. Seattle Seahawks are down 7-10 to the Dallas Cowboys after the first quarter. Boom, boom. Seattle Seahawks are down 7-10 to the Dallas Cowboys after the first quarter. Blank. Okay. Okay. So we got that down. So I got my Chris. So how's Chris? Hey, Root. I finally have time to watch. Been studying for weeks. Go Hawks. And then Chris says roof. And then says reflect the sun. Go Hawks. Hand purple blue piece. And then it says Chris. Okay. So Chris, I'm C Films. So if you want to find me on any social media, I am at C Films. So at C Films on any social media. I also have a website called cfilms.com. So same username, C Films, across all platforms. That's SEAFILMZ. That you can find me on any social media with that kind of branding, and even at cfilms.com. The actual host of the show, the usual host, is Rooftop Sports. and Rooftop Sports is not here right now. Hashtag don't quit your day job. They had some day job stuff to still finish up, so they might be back a little bit later in the stream. But I hope you all will enjoy me being here. I am usually the co-host with for the Seahawks games with with Rooftop Sports. I am your co-host, C Films. And so the second quarter has started. Here we go. Let me find the game and let's get this going. Okay, so it's 2nd and 10 now. 2nd and 10. There are 13 minutes left in the second quarter. Okay, and Dallas has the ball. And they took a timeout. Okay. And then it says, Reflect the Sun says, boom, we need to hold them to a field goal. Yes, we do. That would be very helpful. So I got my post on X up. Woo! So that's going well. Okay. Here we go. Okay, it's 2nd and 10. Dallas has the ball. He hands it off to his running back, and the running back keeps going, but we stop him before they get the first down. We stop them, and they got about 7 yards on that. That was the running back number 23 of the Dallas Cowboys. So that was number 23 of the Dallas Cowboys with the run. And so it's 3rd and 2. So I was a little bit off, but they got an 8-yard run. So let's stop them here. Let's hold them to a field goal. So this is 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Come on, defense. Yes. Let's see if our defense can overpower their offense. Okay, here we go. Dax is holding on the ball. Dax passes it. CeeDee Lamb catches it, and CeeDee Lamb gets hit. But gets the first down. And then Reflect the Sun says, shh, such poor tackling by the Seahawks. Adams erg. But there was also a flag on the play. They had a flag and they picked it up again. Wow. They keep wanting to throw flags and then they're like, well, there is no flag anywhere. And Pete Carroll's getting frustrated tonight. Yep, and Dak Prescott was running towards the sidelines and throws the ball away. That is a flag. Mm-hmm. Another flag on this play. Let's see what it's all about. Okay, so that was on the actual offense. It was a 5-yard penalty for ineligible downfield. Okay, here we go. So Dak Prescott has the ball. It is 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. He's going back for a pass. He's looking, he's moving. He throws the ball, and incomplete pass. Second and goal. Yes. Our goal line defense is doing pretty well tonight. So second and goal. Clint Hurt, Seahawks defensive coordinator, Clint Hurt. There's one picture of Clint Hurt. Or Klein Hurt, I think it was. Oh, and they get the touchdown. Cooks. So it's Dak Prescott pass to Cooks for the touchdown. And the field goal is good by Dallas. The extra point, the extra point is good by Dallas. First team in NFL history to win first 5 home games by 20 plus points. That is the Dallas Cowboys. Come on, Seahawks. We need a score this time. What do you think is the problem with the defense, Seahawks? I don't know what's wrong with our defense. It's just our defense has not been holding up well. It's folding up. Like the bright spot of our defense is Bobby Wagner and like Witherspoon, but Woolen. I think a problem is Woolen. Woolen is a problem we have. Do you agree that Woolen is our problem? One of our problems on the defense? Yes, and Gino has a nice pass to number 87. Woo! Okay, Gino's lined up. Gino hands the ball off to Charbonnet. Charbonnet keeps going and gets 5 yards. So it's second down. We are moving the ball. 2nd and 5. Hopefully you all can hear my voice clearly. We have good audio. So Gino goes back for the pass. He has a quick pass. Oh, and DK Metcalf drops the ball. It's 3rd and 5. Gino's going back for the pass. Gino throws the ball, and Smith gets the ball and keeps rolling. Yes, number 11 gets the first down. Don't get in a fight. Don't get in a fight. Whew, that was close. Okay, we got a first down. We're moving the ball. Okay, Gino goes back for the pass. Gino throws it. He throws a big, huge, long bomb. And pass interference! Pass interference! There's a flag there. That's got to be pass interference. That's a flag. Flag on Dallas. The guy just runs right in and runs him over. The guy just runs him over. He knocks him down before the ball was even there. That was obvious. Pass interference. Woo! He aired that out. Hello, Rooftop Sports. And Seahawks go to the pass. Oh, it doesn't complete it on 1st and goal. I thought I saw Rooftop Sports for a second there. They were teasing us. Okay. Here we go, Gino. This is 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. Okay, so Gino goes, hands the ball off, and the guy gets eaten up right away. Charbonnet goes nowhere. Nowhere at all. And it is 3rd and goal. Okay, let's see what we're going to do here. Okay, Gino's going back for the pass. Gino throws it, and number 11, no. And there's a flag on the play! A flag on the play!
What'd I miss?
You missed a 7-17 game. You've missed a quarter and a half.
Yeah, well, welcome in. This is Rooftop Sports along with C Films. It's a long story why I'm late. Rather not talk about it.
Yes. There was another pass interference call on the Dallas Cowboys. We had a missed field goal. That's why we're not up. That's why we don't have 10 points.
Jason Myers because Jason Myers. Yeah, good thing I don't have him on my fantasy team. And also, since I am on this show, please make this donation to our channel. Donate what you got. And also, whatever you can donate, I'll even give some of it to C Films because one day I'd like him to be a full-time employee, a full-time color commentator, part-time color commentator for my show.
So the Seahawks hand it off to Zach Charbonnet. Zach Charbonnet runs it in for the 1 yard touchdown. So now we have 13 points because of that pass interference.
13, yeah. Pass interference. Yeah, I guess that helps.
Yeah, that's 2 pass interference calls.
Don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well. And now here is Geno Smith. He is at the goal line. And here it is to Charbonnet, and he gets it in for the touchdown. Mm-hmm. And that's a touchdown Seahawks. And obviously, I think I'm late to this because I think my game is just heavily delayed. And I'm on YouTube TV. How ahead are you?
I'm just a little bit. I'm on Amazon on Prime Video.
Oh, so I should go on Prime Video, should I?
Yeah. Because that's where the game's actually streaming tonight.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they made the field goal, so they're up. They have 14 points. So they're keeping the game close. Their defense needs to step up. So that's our biggest thing.
Well, I'm going to go on Amazon Prime since I guess that one is a little bit more ahead.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yep. It's on commercial break. So I'm on the Amazon one.
Yeah.
So yes, apologies that I was not able to make it to the start. Honestly, I don't think I am ever going to schedule a game on Wednesday through Sundays. I just don't think I can do it anymore. I don't know. It's all I can say is for this field that you get into, there's a lot of people that want to get into it. They really do, without even knowing what the business is.
Mm-hmm.
And then they blindly get into it, and then they realize, oh, nope, it's not for me kind of thing. I'm not saying, that's not what I'm saying. It's a warning to everyone else.
Yeah. Well, the thing about some...
Hold on, I got to take this call. It's happening again.
Okay. Yeah. The thing about some work fields and stuff like that is just the timing doesn't align with other hobbies you have. Like you might have two different, you might have your main thing and your side hustle, and it's like they might overlap. And so how do you deal with both? But thank you for the donation, Reflect the Sun. We really do appreciate that. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hashtag don't quit your J job. I still think the Seahawks are going to pull off this victory. Mm-hmm. Let's see how well my post has done so far. My first quarter post. Woo! It's done well. I do score updates on my Twitter. So if you follow the C Films Twitter, if you haven't already, please go and follow the C Films Twitter X. If you haven't followed my X, go follow my X. Go follow my Instagram. If you haven't already, follow Rooftop Sports Instagram and Twitter. Also, we would really appreciate that. We would love the support. If you haven't already done that. Look, they're showing Deion Sanders as at the game. He didn't have a great season this year in college football. They keep showing how great he was, but he won in a lower in a worse conference. When he got to the bigger conference, he couldn't compete. He won 4 games or something. I think it was 4 or 5 games. I don't remember. It wasn't good. I think it was 4. So our defense needs to step up here. We need a big stop by our defense here. I still think Dak Prescott is a better quarterback than Tony Romo. Like, I would rather take Dak Prescott over Tony Romo. We were talking about Dallas quarterbacks in the last like 20 years. So, of quarterbacks in the last 20 years or 25 years for the Seahawks, you have Matt Hasselbeck, you have Russell Wilson, and you have Geno Smith as your main quarterbacks of choice. Who would you take of those? Who would you take of those like three main quarterbacks the Seahawks had over the last like 25 years or so, 23 years? Would you take Matt Hasselbeck? Would you take Russell Wilson? Or would you take Geno Smith? And then truth, see films, Dak over Romo. Yes, that's how I would go. Dak over Romo. Ooh, and a good tackle. Good tackle by the Seahawks there on number 87. It was Clark, 57. So it is 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Okay, they hand it off to the running back, and he pushes it way through for the first down. I do like myself some Russell. You know, I think Russell was a good quarterback. I still think he is a good quarterback. You know, I'm a fan of Russell. I have no hard feelings with what went down and stuff with the Seahawks and everything. You know, sometimes people want change. So Dak Prescott goes back for the pass. He throws it to number 87. Number 87 runs and gets the first down. Our defense is not holding up well. Okay, Dak Prescott goes back for the pass. He passes it, and it's caught by, what's that? Number 88, CeeDee Lamb. Okay, his first 7-8 years were fine, but not worth the second and third contracts. Russ is a game manager who, for what, 50 mil per year for forever. Russ was great with the LOB, Legion of Boom. Yeah. So now we're at, so it's second and one, and we stop him. Oh yes, we stop him from getting the first down. So it's like 1st and inches. Yep, it's 3rd and inches. Let's see if we can stop him here on 3rd and inches.
All right, where are we at? Okay, we're at 3rd and inches, if I'm right. We got Dak Prescott, and he is sneaking in there, and he gets a first down. Big surprise there, huh? It's Dak freaking Prescott. And also, thank you very much, Reflect the Sun, for those $2. Really do appreciate it. So we're looking at 17-14. It's a very close game. No one really expected this. I mean, I already congratulated a Cowboys friend of mine about it.
No, they stopped him. Okay, that's CeeDee. It was a Dak Prescott pass to CeeDee Lamb. I thought the Seahawks were going to win this game because of history. The last like 5 or 6 times they played, they've won most of the series.
No, you can't go by the past, especially when you were railing on me for about dwelling on the past.
I just think that Pete Carroll's had great history against the Dallas Cowboys. So. Yep,
and we got 17-14. Here's a 2nd and 3, And here's Tony Pollard, my fantasy guy. He gets in there for a first down. Here's 17-14. And here's Tony Pollard. Immediately gets met by Jordan Reed, and Tony Pollard gets taken down. And that's going to be a loss of a few yards right there. Dallas Cowboys at 8-3. Seahawks at 6-5. (17-14). Got 6 seconds left on the play clock. Here's Dak Prescott. He fakes the handoff, and he gives it to the 23, and he's making some moves, and he still goes down, and that's going to now be a third down. Got 17-14 so far. We got 3rd and 7. Third and 7. Here's Dak Prescott. He's got the man in motion. And here is Dak Prescott looking to pass. Got no running backs with him. Here's the big throw, and that's going to be caught for a first down to number 3. And he finally gets down, and now they are within the 10 yards. What a play. What a throw by Dak Prescott on that one.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about how we think I was talking about how I thought Dak Prescott's better than Tony Romo for the last 20
Tony
years.
Romo, I think, is still the better quarterback.
Oh, no, I go Dak. Dak just had more injuries.
Hey, we got our buddy Liam. He is a first-time viewer on here. Welcome to the show, Liam. Thank you for being here. He's also a Cowboys fan, just so you know. And also, I'm late to doing... Hey, and Liam, I got this just for you.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
That's what I'll do when the Cowboys make a big play or they score. So, yeah, Brandon Cooks has always been underrated. He was a great receiver with Drew Brees, so there was no doubt about that one. He was also even a receiver for the Patriots, I think, at one point. But he's really been bouncing around quite a bit. But yeah, definitely. So it's definitely a surprise that the Seahawks are actually in this game, but something tells me that I really do think they are going to severely run out of gas. And next thing you know, Seahawks will go down in this game.
No, I think they're going to hold strong. I think the Seahawks are going to hold strong and make it through this game. If it wasn't for one stumble so far, a missed field goal, they'd be tied.
Yeah, for sure.
And G. Metcalf had a great
he had a big touchdown. And do you remember exactly at what time in the show that it did happen?
No, I wasn't.
Because I know it was very early. Because I couldn't put my scoreboard on there because it would have synced in with my Zoom.
Oh.
I don't think you want to hear all of that.
Okay.
I don't think anyone in the audience would. Yeah, C Films has a very unlimited amount of confidence. I'd like to say he's a little bit more delusional. But hey, the Seahawks fan base needs someone like him, that's for sure.
The thing I think about the Seahawks, and I think about this statistically, is that based on the last 6 games of the season, I think we can win at least 2 to 3 games, at least. That'll make us 8-9, or that'll make us 9-8. And at that rate, we potentially would make the playoffs at 9-8.
Well, they better win this week because they are not winning in San Francisco. Because if you could not beat the San Francisco 49ers at home, how are you going to beat them on the road? It's just not going to happen.
What I'm saying is in their last 6 games, they play what? They play the Cowboys right now. They're playing the 49ers. They play the Eagles. They play the Titans, the Steelers, and they play the Cardinals. They could win at least half those games. That would make them 9-8. And do you think any other team in the NFC is going to come up to 9-8. But like, because you think about the teams that are already doing like the top 5 teams. We're number 6 right now.
Number 6, but we got other teams not. Well, the Vikings are in trouble because they have a quarterback problem. And now here's Dak Prescott. He's looking at a 1st and goal, 2 minutes left. And here's Dak. He keeps the ball. He's running, and he gets at least a few yards on that. It only seems like a matter of time that the Seahawks will give up another touchdown, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. Just giving up a field goal would actually be a win in this situation.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's kind of how I look at it, just statistically, and that matters because there's a lot of teams that have they're like 5 and 6 right now, or 5 and 7 or something.
And yep, they're showing big passes by Dak Prescott, showing that he has some kind of vision.
Mm-hmm.
Stephon Diggs barely got that guy. He is 18 of 24, 206 yards already. And now here's Dak Prescott, got no running back with him, and he is getting pressured, and he is going to go down, but we got a flag going out there. Could this be either hopefully a holding on the offense, or could it be, I don't know, some kind of unnecessary roughness going on? I guess we're going to have to find out and see what it is. It is on the offense. I would think that it's going to be a repeat 2nd down, so the Cowboys are going to lose yards on that.
Yep, holding. 73 holding, Smith. Tyler Smith. That's why we couldn't get the first initial tackle on Dak Prescott.
Yep. And Cowboys do have an offensive line like no other. Just like how the Dynasty Cowboys were built. They were built through that offensive line to give a lot of room for Emmitt Smith and a lot of time for Troy Aikman to make those passes to Michael Irvin. Mm-hmm. Now we got a 3rd and goal. 1:49 left in this half. This game's really been going along really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we absolutely need an O-line ourselves as well.
Mm-hmm. We have a partial O-line, but not the best. Yeah. Right, but what the Seahawks have prided themselves on for years is good wide receivers. Their O-line's been bad, but the wide receivers make up for it sometimes.
$17-14. We got 3rd and goal. Hopefully the Seahawks can get a stop on this one. Probably should push those guys back. And now here's Dak Prescott. He's got some running room, and he is going to go down, and that's going to be a 4th down and short. We're looking at a 4th and goal.
Do they go for it here, or do they kick the field goal?
They're going to kick the field goal. There's not enough. It's like you have the upper hand. The defense of the Seahawks isn't good. So you would think that you're going to get some opportunities to make up for it some other time around.
Ooh, they're out there. They're just thinking about it.
I guess they are mauling it. Yep, you can tell by the.
We're 2 yards. Wow. 2 yards to go.
Wow, they are going for it.
Told you, 2 yards to spare. I'm like,
Liam, our cowboy man, says they do go for it constantly. So I guess so. We got 4th down, 4th and goal, and also remember, make those donations for our channel to help grow the channel. Plus, I want to pay this guy. And now here's a 4th and goal. It is 1:40 left in the half. Here is Dak Prescott looking to pass, and there's a flag going down, and Dak Prescott is going to go in for the touchdown, but we're going to wait for the flag and see what it is. I would think it's going to be a holding call on the offensive line. Let's see what the referees say on the matter. Yep, it's holding offense, number 78. I mean, you had to feel that because when a play goes like that long, you would think it's going to be a holding call.
Yeah.
So Dak Prescott will not get that touchdown. So there's going to be a repeat of 4th down, which probably means you are going to kick the field goal.
Yeah, now being 8 yards out instead of 3 yards out.
Oh, Liam, come on. Don't be a baby. Even though I already congratulated you for the victory, because I already see the Cowboys still winning this game.
It's not over yet. And we get the ball starting the second half anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that's what's happening.
And now we're looking at a 4th and goal. We got 1:33 left in the half. And here it is. The kick is up, and it is good, but there's a flag going around. Looks like there was some pushing and shoving. These two teams love to hate each other. And I thought the 49ers and the Seahawks love to hate each other. Liam, it's probably on us. I saw the Seahawk guy throwing a little punch or a swing or something.
The guy's smiling.
Jamal Adams smiling, so I guess that's going to be a flag on the other team, the Dallas Cowboys. Well, looking at Young, looks like there's a little bit of a scuffle going on. Oh, there was a push. Oh, he pushed him down. So I think they're going to take a look at this one, but let's take a look and see what the referees say. Field goal is good, obviously. Yep, personal foul on the defense. 15-yard penalty because of the push. He should be happy that he didn't even get thrown out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Liam, you sold Cameron Young 3 TVs? What TVs were they, Liam? Big LSU, man. I met some Seahawks myself. I met Jermaine Ifedi, Russell Wilson at a mall. Fire TVs, so he's really going on the cheap. Fire TVs are okay. I just don't like Amazon Fire to begin with. Yeah, it sounds like he didn't want to go big. I heard Russell Wilson started with just Insignia TVs when he was a rookie, and then eventually he obviously upgraded to OLED Sonys. My dream theater that I'm trying to build right now, and Liam's been helping me with it. He suggests that I get an LG OLED and eventually not only a Sony, not only an LG OLED, but he's also suggesting I get some Sonos sound bars, subwoofers, and surround speakers. I mean, Insignia, they're cheap. I mean, what do you expect? You spend like, what, $300 something? What are you expecting? OLED TVs? Yeah, if you get like a TCL or a Hisense, you might have a chance to get any of those QLED TVs, but in terms of longevity, you're not going to get much at all.
No, see, you need all you need is a decent TV. You add basically like one of those Fire Sticks or Google Chromecast. I have Chromecast in my house, and those things work great. The Chromecast, and it's like you don't need a DVD player or anything like that nowadays.
No, you don't.
But you can get like a 4K TV, and that can be good enough because like most programming is not in more than like 4K unless you buy the 4K upgrade. Most programs in 1080p.
Yeah.
So you're not going to use the power of the 4K anyway most of the time, unless you pay extra on all your streaming services. Like half your streaming services, you have to pay extra for it. So if you get an OLED TV, is it really worth it right now? Unless you have the content being beamed into you.
OLED is some people get OLED because people game a lot and they want to get like the most out of it with the colors and the graphics and the frame rate.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But I'm just thinking for like streaming purposes, most content's not going to get you like even this game. I bet it's 1080p most likely.
Oh yeah, I know. But that's why you have to have a good router.
Yeah.
And now I'm talking Best Buy language here on a freaking football game. But to be fair, Best Buy does sponsor for the NFL, so it's not really much of a big surprise.
No.
And now we got 20-14. Seahawks are now 6-5. We got the Cowboys going as 8-3. Low response time on OLED, super good for gaming. Man, what does Liam not know? Liam, you're making my decisions much more difficult.
That's funny.
Now I have to choose between a Samsung OLED. I don't know what I want. I don't know what TV I want. This feels like buying a house. DK Metcalf is at the end. And now here is Geno Smith. He is looking to pass, and he gets immediately just met, forcing him to throw an incomplete pass. And yeah, Reflect the Sun. Yes, RAP Circuit City. I will not, but here's the thing. I will not be playing those commercials anymore because I do not want to risk copyright, and I do not want to go through an entire show, and then only have to not make money because copyrights. And then we got Zach Charbonnet. He's making a big run, and that's going to be a nice big run right there. Now that's going to be a third down. And yes, Geno Smith absolutely did get rocked. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, we need Geno to stay healthy because, or do you really want to like?
Yeah, no, we don't want Drew Lock. I don't like Geno Smith at all, but I also don't like Drew Lock either. He's not going to be
third string quarterback in.
Do we even have the third string quarterback?
We do.
I think
he hired one.
Is that Tebow guy?
It's the guy from what used to be, I think, for the Rams or somebody like.
Who knows? And here's Geno Smith already overwhelmed, and that's going to be a first down to Jackson Smith Njigba. How do I even say his name without sounding racist? Because you said it the wrong way too, and I was like, Phils, be careful.
I know.
But DK Metcalf has 2 big receptions, and one of them was a touchdown, and one of them was just a really big one. And now here is Geno Smith. He's got a running back right next to him. That is Zach Charbonnet. And he is now going to pass, already overwhelmed, and he releases it quickly and incomplete. But we got flags all over the place. Njigba. Some say Njigba.
Is it Jigba or is it Njigba?
Njigba.
Okay.
Alexa, who is Jackson Smith Njigba?
Jackson Smith is the CTO, co-founder, and learning economist.
Okay, Google. Who is Jackson Smith Njigba?
And he writes about value transfer and education.
According to Wikipedia, Jackson Smith
Njigba. It's called Njigba. And now they're conversing about the flag.
Yeah. Njigba. Okay. Got it. Like they're massaging the players with like a special massaging tool.
Njigba. So it's Njigba. Okay. Let's do this. Njigba. Oh, we got
Njigba.
We got a penalty on the defense. It was an offside, so that was a free play. So if only the offensive line was holding up, Geno Smith could have had a big, nice 50-yard pass or something like that.
Wow.
We got a 1st and 5, so that means Dallas Cowboys penalties. They are 26th in the NFL, so they're usually pretty good about penalties. No, they have bad penalties. 1st and 5, 36 seconds left. Seahawks have got to move the ball. And then here is Geno, and he is going for the pass, and that is incomplete. That was intended for Tyler Lockett.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at 20-14 so far. Second and 5. It is now 20-14. And here is Geno Smith. And here's Geno looking to pass, already overwhelmed. Just absolutely no protection whatsoever. I mean, I didn't realize how bad this offensive line really is.
Flag.
But there is a flag. I'm just going to say it's a holding call. There's no way this is like an offsides or like a defensive holding or an unnecessary roughness. Oh, on the defense again.
What?
And it was another offsides. Liam, how do you feel about this?
Wow, you're just giving us the first downs.
Oh, this Cowboy is not happy about it.
Mm-hmm. I kept telling you we could win this game. Anything's possible.
Seahawks are going to run out of gas. They're already running out of gas. And now it is 20-14. 1st and 10. And here is Geno Smith going to pass. That is completed over to Tyler Lockett.
Whew. We're about to get in field goal range.
Yep, but the clock is still running. So, and I think the Seahawks are also running out of timeouts. They're just going to spike the ball, and they are going to, I guess, kick the field goal, or they just are going to run one more play. I think they're going to run one more play, and it's got to be a passing play, and you got to throw it to the side and get them out of bounds so you can hit that field goal. And Epic C Films. We got Geno Smith, no running back with him, and he gets the pass and right over to Tyler Lockett. He goes out of bounds.
13 seconds. Do we go for another pass?
Yep, we got 13 seconds. I would say one more pass. I think you should try to heave it to the end zone and see what happens.
Yeah.
Jason Myers, he is getting ready for his field goal. I mean, this is something they could have done in the Rams game. Remember when he made that big pass to DK Metcalf and they didn't even spike the ball? Yeah. All right, here's Geno Smith. Still got to get some yards going. It's a 1st and 10. Already overwhelmed by the offensive line. And here is a big pass, and that is caught by Jackson Smith in Jigba! And that's going to be a touchdown!
Oh, no,
but there's
flag!
a flag.
Oh, no, flag!
Holding on the offense. We've got a 5-yard, 10-yard penalty.
Let's see what they say.
Replay 1st down. Let's see what it is.
Maybe it's on the defense. Maybe it's offsides again.
Penalties decline. That is a touchdown!
Yeah!
Yes! By Jackson Smith and Jigba. Oh, but that's going to be a reviewable call. The ball did hit, so I don't think he maintained possession of it. This game is just going all over the place.
I think that's a catch because he caught that ball. He had control
but
of the
still,
ball.
but you can't have the ball it hit anything on the ground. If any part of the ball hits the ground, that means you're not maintaining possession.
I think he can't maintain possession of that ball. Look at this. His arm was underneath the ball the whole time. Look at that. His elbow went down first. See that?
Don't know.
His elbow was already down.
But they're going to review it either way.
But I think his elbow was down before the ball hit the ground, so that should be a catch, shouldn't it? Call on the field touchdown.
It's an official review.
Yeah, but I think his elbow went down first, so I think his arm was underneath the ball, so the ground didn't cause him to wiggle the ball.
Hey Liam, what TV do you have? We're still trying to find out what it is. Liam, don't break your TV because Geek Squad does not cover accidental damages. We're still trying to figure out what it is.
I think he trained. Yeah, he maintained the ball.
Jackson Smith and Jigba. Yeah, Liam, don't break that TV. Tell me more about those QLEDs. Like, what's your experience? Is the brightness really good, and is the quality of the contrast good? Like, how's the contrast? That's what I care about now.
And they're taking a while to determine this call.
Yeah, it's because the ball did hit the ground.
But his elbow hit the ground before the ball.
I don't think that matters.
So I'm wondering because I'm thinking the elbow and his knee was already down, so does it matter?
They're still conversing.
Well, is there enough? They're trying to find enough evidence to overturn the call. They're trying to.
Yep, because they love them Cowboys.
Yes, and they don't want this call to go this way, but they're trying to find evidence to overturn it. And the ground can't cause a fumble.
Here it is. Yep. Receiver did not maintain control because the ball hit the ground.
Wow.
Oh, there's also a pass interference because of that. All right, so we're going to try this again. We got 1st and goal, 7 seconds left. What do? Do you just try to punch it in and risk the clock going down? Because, all right, looks like they're going to go for the pass, and here is the pass, and that is caught for the touchdown! Touchdown to Noah Fant, and the Seahawks have tied this game. Just like that, we are tied. And that was pretty gutsy where Geno, they decided to pass it, which is a good decision. But if he somehow got sacked, then you can't even stop the clock. So, Wait, what? I thought that was a touchdown.
It is a touchdown.
It didn't even say anything. Oh, they called a timeout before? Wait, what is going on with this game? This game is super confusing. Timeout before the play.
What? The
So
timeout
you
was before the play?
ice the quarterback. That's what you're doing. And they're probably going to do it again.
Wow.
Mike McCarthy, got to give it to him.
Wow, that was lucky. That was lucky. Mike McCarthy was lucky there.
7 seconds left in the half still. And now here's Geno Smith, and here's the pass, and that is to DK Metcalf,
and that's
he has caught it for the touchdown.
I bet you're happy.
The,
oh no, there's a flag on the play.
What is going on?
It's like they don't want to give us a touchdown.
No, they don't.
Oh,
the penalty is declined.
Team. Wow, it's on the other
touchdown.
Team. Woo!
Woo!
Wow.
Just like that. No, this game is really insane.
Yeah. Well, what's crazy sometimes is we beat good teams and we lose to like mediocre
bad teams. Yeah, and we lose to mediocre quarterbacks too.
Yeah, like we lose to the Rams, but we'll lose to the Rams, but we'll somehow beat the Cowboys. Like how does that make any sense?
We're beating the Cowboys, and the kick is up, and
good. It's good.
It is good.
Because remember, we beat Detroit, and Detroit's a good team, and we keep beating Detroit. And it's like,
oh, and by the way, who has DK Metcalf?
You do.
I have DK Metcalf on my fantasy team.
I have Lockett, so I have the opposite guy.
Yeah, you do.
So, and I have Geno, so every time you throw to DK and he makes it, I get points too. So it helps us either way. So, wow, that's insane. Wow. But now we're up by 1.
Oh, the sad thing is I have CeeDee Lamb going against me in fantasy football, so that's not going to help me at all.
I know. Wow.
But I need Tony Pollard to do some stuff, and Zach Charbonnet has been doing some stuff for me too.
Yeah, because the other guy's out now.
Yeah.
So you're basically going to get all the touches besides like if they use DJ Dallas more. So that's insane. I kept telling you that this might be a win on our schedule. I kept saying this could be a win, and it's just like the game that could be the game. The Dallas game.
And they're going for that squib kick, and that is going to end the half.
Yep.
And the Seahawks have ended this half by making it 21-20.
Wow. That just hushed the crowd.
It really did hush the crowd.
Yeah.
Terrible half. I mean, it's a great half for us, but hey, it's okay. Second half, you got this. You got this, Liam, and you won't have to break your TV.
Oh, man. It'd be nice if the Seahawks could win this game because then I could silence all the haters.
Something like that would be very ideal.
It would be nice because there's some people online and I'm like, they're always dissing on it. And then they're like, and what's funny is like the Cowboys are they're in this kind of the same spot as the Seahawks where they have a team in their division that's so good that they will never get the top seed in their division. So they're always going to be at least a 5 seed, always having to go on a road game for their first game of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And so they might be road the whole playoff series. So they're stuck as like no better than a 5 seed because they can't beat the Eagles. And so just statistically, if you can never beat your rival, you're stuck in the same boat as like the Seahawks are, where like if we can't beat the 49ers, we're stuck as a 5 seed at best. And then you end up having to go to play like some junky team in the NFC South, and like right now it's Atlanta. Do you really want to go play against Atlanta? That's what the Cowboys would have to do.
What, for the playoffs?
The Cowboys would have to play Atlanta right now. They have to go to Atlanta and play them because Atlanta's winning that division with the 5-6 record.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a gimme game, right? I mean, you can't lose to Atlanta, could you?
You possibly could. Atlanta has their home crowd backing them. All of a sudden, something goes crazy and they win that game. Don't count out any team.
I guess so.
Because even winning like almost half your games is like you can't say you're a horrible team.
How's it going, Judah? Yep, it's a crazy first half, that's for sure. And I got to play an advertisement really quick because I got to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
Well, here I am. I am back. That is my one and only sponsor. So, Epic Sea Films, why don't you summarize how the first half of the Seahawks game went?
So the first half of the Seahawks game, I think, went really well for the Seahawks. I think there's a tale of two cities. I think our offense played great. I think we only had one stumble with our offense, which was our kicker. He missed one field goal. I think the defense, on the other hand, needs to step up. I think one of our weak spots was Woolen. I think Woolen's had some issues this year versus last year. And so I think that's someone that needs to step up and needs to clean up some of their mistakes they're making. And I think and the other thing is that I think we're not stopping their passing game well. I think our run defense is okay today, but I think it's our passing defense needs to get better. So I think that's kind of the tale of two cities: is offense playing good or great today, defense struggling.
So it's really the defense. And Geno Smith, he's been playing very well. Both quarterbacks are playing very well today. Mm-hmm. And considering the offensive line the Seahawks pretty much have never had. I mean, the last time I think the Seahawks had a very competent offensive line was all the way back in 2005, led by Walter Jones and Steve Hutchinson. Great offensive linemen to make way for Sean Alexander and to give Matt Hasselbeck a lot of time to throw. But the offensive line for this, not so much. And that DK Metcalf throw was insane, or that catch was insane, where he ran all the way for the touchdown. And we thought this was going to be a blowout game for the Cowboys. I did. And then Jackson Smith and Jigba nearly caught a touchdown. DK Metcalf with catching touchdowns. He's just been on fire today. Like, this is the DK Metcalf that we absolutely need. And also, to the 3 viewers in there, with the exception of Liam, I don't expect you to do it, but if you guys can make any kind of a donation, contributions to this channel to help grow this channel, make that donation when you get the opportunity. I'm even okay with $1 a piece. Does that have to be like $100 or anything? But let me see where my channel is at. I think I'm at 1164 as of now. I am at 1164 right now. And they're showing all the fishies. And thank you, Reflect the Sun, for another $1. Hey, C Films, do you do Venmo or PayPal?
I don't do either of those. Why?
No, I have to give you some. I have to give you cash after this, whenever
No.
we see each other. But how do you feel about the Washington Huskies game tomorrow?
I think that people are dissing too much on the Washington Huskies. I think they're overhyping the because the Ducks and stuff like that. Just because the Ducks have bigger margins of victories. When here's the two things you say: does it matter if you win by 20 points or win by 5? Win by 2
Yes,
points?
it does. It's about the point differential that makes the difference. And honestly, I don't think the Huskies should even be a top 5 team, not even a top 10 team, especially with their lightweight schedule in the Pac-12 and that they've only won by one possessional games. I don't think that qualifies them to be a top 5 team. And they're always crying about these East Coast bias conspiracies. I don't buy it because Pete Carroll didn't have a problem with East Coast bias back in his days with USC. Liam, you didn't have to do that. I know you, man. But he did it, and I appreciate it very much.
Well, to me, the reason why I say this is that the Seahawks have played 4 teams that were, when they played them, that were in the top 25. If you look at some of the other teams, like look at like a team like Michigan, they played 2 top 25 teams only this year. Okay, so if you look at just teams that are ranked, we've played more. UW's played more, and so that's why UW should be ranked in the top like 4, is because they've played really strong teams. Yeah, because at the end of the day, a win's a win. If you go perfect and you played that many ranked teams, you should be in the top 4. Because look at all the other teams that haven't lost a game. It's like, should a one-loss team be ahead of them? Well, if you're playing less ranked teams than UW, why should you be in as a one-loss team? Like this year, Ohio State's played 3 ranked teams this year and beat 2 of the 3 of them. Should Ohio State be ranked higher than UW? Just logically looking at the numbers.
Well, maybe they're not ranked, but then why don't you look at the fact that, I mean, the Pac-12 naturally just isn't, they're just not that good.
But this year they really are good. They've had a lot of ranked teams this year. And even looking at it now, you see what teams have moved into rankings now. I think when UW played Arizona, they weren't ranked, but now they're ranked and stuff like that. So it's like, does that play a factor into your decision making? Like at the end of the season, how many ranked teams does your conference have? And did you beat any of those teams that are now concernedly ranked? That's a whole other conversation. I get your thing about the point differential, but does point differential outweigh that you just won more games than another team? Because I think what matters more is winning games at the end of the day. So should you leave a team out that's won every single game unless they're in a really junky conference? That's the only way I could think you could argue, because the Pac-12 is what the 5th best conference in football, what most people would say. But this year, some people say it is the best or most exciting conference.
I guess so.
Yeah. So that's why I almost think that they should put you. You could argue either way, but I even sometimes would think UW should be ranked number 2, not 3.
Number 2, you're insane.
I'm not insane.
You are insane.
I have good arguments for it.
Okay, let me look at the college rankings.
Yeah, UW's 3 right now. The BCS rankings, yeah, are the ones that like the main rankings for the playoffs. So Seattle.
Georgia and Michigan. Yeah, Michigan and Georgia will step on them. They won't even have to play. They can play their backup quarterback and they'll still beat the crap out of UW. UW just isn't that good, and it's going to be proven. Oregon is going to beat them. I'm sorry. We beat them the last 2 times. I guess the Ducks beat UW by at least 17 points, but I hope not. I mean, Georgia, yeah, probably winning it all. Wonder what happened to Alabama these days.
Alabama's lost 1 game to Texas. And they almost lost to Auburn last week, but they won on like a Hail Mary like pass, basically, like on a pass, like a last-second pass that won them the game. Yes, it was insane how they pulled that off, because everybody said they were at like their last like attempt, and they pulled it off.
4th and 30, huh?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but that's the thing there that because it depends on what you rank and think about it. Because I think a lot of times the reason why they put UW down so much is because of history of the team and the organization. Because a lot of people think Oregon's better, but how can you rank Oregon better than UW right now when UW beat them already once this year? So at the current standings, you would always have to have UW ranked better than Oregon because they beat them.
Yeah, but UW was at home.
Yes, but the thing about it is that if a win's a win there, so could you ever move Oregon above him? The only way Oregon basically silences the critics is if they beat UW. If UW wins again, UW's automatically in because they won every single game.
Right now, I'm cooking in my room. I'm going to turn down the heater. It's like, I'm like burning up in here. Be right back again.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
All right, and looks like we are getting ready for the second half of the game. And hopefully the Seahawks can find a way to pull this out. And DK Metcalf with 3 receptions, 108 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And 3 of those catches were all impactful, where 2 of them turned into touchdowns, and 1 of them turned into it was just a really big pass. And identical numbers by Dak Prescott and Geno Smith. Pretty much. Almost in the same percentages. Yeah, if UW wins, absolutely. Except I don't like UW. I mean, I went to that school. I hated that school. And we are getting ready for the second half. And hopefully the Seahawks can pull this off. And they do get the ball second half. So this is a big opportunity for the Seahawks to get the ball into the end zone to give them the big lead. Some kind of lead, at least a 1-possession game. Because right now it is a very slim 1-possession game. Now let's see what Mike McCarthy's got to say about this. Yeah, okay, I don't want to listen to Mike McCarthy because if I put up the volume too much, it's going to risk copyrights, and I can't really risk that at all. And now it is 21-20, 1st and 10. Now here is Geno Smith, gives it off to Zach Charbonnet, and he gets at least a couple yards. Liam, do you think Jason Garrett was any better? Tell me about that. He had that job for too long. And now it's 21-20 still. And Darlin Bland has given up a lot. 137 yards. Most of those were to DK Metcalf. Also, one pass interference. And now we are looking at a 2nd and 8. It is on the Seahawks 27. And now here is Geno, fakes it to DK or Charbonnet, gives it to Jackson Smith and Jigba, and that's going to be a somewhat of a big run, and that's going to bring a 3rd and maybe like a 2. Don't bring up Jason Garrett around you. Okay, I guess I'll have to consider that at work. He's one of my coworkers. I don't think I should have said that. But now it's 3rd and 2. We got 13 minutes or 14 minutes left in the quarter, as if it just started. Jackson Smith and Jigba has made some kind of contributions, and now we're looking at 2nd and 2. Geno Smith with Charbonnet right next to him. Tyler Lockett is in motion, and now here is Geno Smith going for the pass, and that is caught by DK, and he's still going, and that he finally gets brought down out of bounds. And now that's 1st and 10.
Yeah. Well, my whole thing is about a coach. A lot of players and coaches are determined by how far they go in the playoffs, how much they make the playoffs, and how far they go in it. So do regular seasons matter? A lot of that can get washed away, a good regular season, if you lose in the first round of the playoffs. It just
and now
goes
we're
away.
looking at 21-20, 1st and 10, 13 minutes left. And now here is Zach Charbonnet. He's going for the big run, and he gets all the way for the 1st down and more. What a run by Zach Charbonnet, showing that beast mode.
Wow.
That was a really big run by Zach, especially with this inferior offensive line that the Seahawks do have. There were some key blocks by basically everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Liam, you're fine. Seahawks will find a way to mess it up. Don't worry. We got Charbonnet back behind Geno Smith, and now we're looking at 12 minutes left to go, and here's giving it to Charbonnet, going for the run, and he's got another big run.
But a flag!
But we got a flag. It's probably going to be a holding call on the offensive line. I mean, the only way the offensive line can hold up anything is if they commit fouls and penalties, unfortunately.
Oh, face mask! Defense!
Face mask on the defense! And obviously, I think they're going to put some yards assessed to that as well.
Look at this. Right there.
Yep, that was a face mask. And he's still, that's why he got brought down.
Wow.
Oh, Liam, he's really feeling it.
Woo. Wow.
It is now 21. I already said that. 21. I got to stop saying the score. 1st and 10, 12 minutes left in the quarter. And now here is Geno Smith. He's looking to pass, and he's going for the big pass, and that way incomplete. Way over the head. And I think that was intended for Will Dissly of the University of Washington, one of our better tight ends. He's probably, I would say he's the best tight end out of all of them, out of those 3. I would say Dissly, then Fant, and then Parkinson. But that was overthrown.
Are you more of a tight end person?
Oh, it just went right off of his hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I see some teams focus on the tight ends more and some teams focus on the wide receivers more.
We do focus on the tight end sometimes. And now we're looking at a 2nd and 10. Tyler Lockett in motion. And now here is Geno Smith. He's going to pass, and that is caught by DK again, and he muscles his way. That should be a 1st down, and the play still continues. But yeah, I do think that should be a 1st down.
Yeah, forward progress. If they take forward progress.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the forward progress. I remember there was one time where Golden Tate, he caught the 1st down in the NFC Championship game, and then what did he do? He tried to run back, like would have canceled the 1st down, and the offensive line was like, dude, no, get to the other side, just take the 1st down, because he was trying to get a touchdown out of it.
Well, nothing as bad as UW dropped touchdown.
That's why I hate UW. They're a bunch of arrogant fools. And now we're looking at 21-20. And now here's Smith, gives it to Charbonnet, and He does get brought down. That was at least maybe like 3 yards, I would say, to be accurate. Man, I have Charbonnet and DK. If you can give it to DK or Charbonnet, I'll be happy.
Well, I have Gino, so anytime Gino passes to DK, it helps me.
And here is a second and goal. You got less than 11 minutes left in the quarter, and then gives it to Charbonnet, and that's going to be stopped. That was just too predictable. And now that's going to be a third and goal. You've got to pass this one. I would not want to settle with a field goal on this one. For especially the amount of progress the Seahawks made on this offense, I want a touchdown out of it.
Yeah.
Dan Quinn, defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, should have been on the Seahawks on this one. Shane Waldron, the offensive coordinator, he's been heavily criticized for the job that he's been doing. That now we've got third and goal. Now we've got close to 10 minutes left in the quarter. And now Jackson Smith and Jigba, he just made the motion. And now here is Geno Smith. He's going to pass, and he's going for the big run, and he gets in there for the touchdown. Geno Smith untouched to the end zone. And there's a flag again?
Oh, no.
No. What, just because Geno had all that time? Oh, come on. You can't do this.
Wow.
Okay, what's referee going to say? Looks like there's some arguing going on.
Again?
I don't know. No, I think Geno holding defense. And that's going to be...
Well, the Cowboys are just are giving this game to us. The Cowboys might just give us this game.
Man, they are, aren't they? Geno just ran that in for a touchdown, and then we were like, oh, no, another flag. And then it's like, no, holding on the defense. And then, wow.
The defense might just give us this game just to be hilarious.
No, they're not. But our defense will give them the game, too. We got Liam going, why do you guys even think for a second it's on you? Because the Seahawks are also a heavily penalized team.
Yeah, they are very penalized.
The penalties killed us in that Rams game.
Yeah, we should have at least 1 or 2 more wins on our season.
Absolutely should, yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's just our things that haven't gone our way as well as they should. But we wasted 5 minutes there. We wasted 5 minutes there. Our team isn't bad. It's just we make sometimes mistakes that we can't recover from. We make too many mistakes that we can't recover from.
Seahawks are known to make those kind of mistakes.
Even when we had Russell Wilson, some of those games, just the things that collided together to get Russell Wilson those wins and stuff like that. Our team got down a lot. Our team was a team that got down a lot and had to recover a lot. Our offense.
Oh man.
The Seahawks are a stressful team to watch, some people say.
They really are a stressful team to watch. That is an under-freaking statement.
Yeah, because you look at them, every game goes down to the wire where it's they win or lose on at the last second of the game. And it's they do it to themselves for not blowing teams out most of the time. When was the last time the Seahawks actually blew out a team and won by a big margin?
It's been quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, we can look at the schedule.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take a look at it.
Yeah. Let's see here. So I'm pulling it up right now. Let me see the schedule here. The Seahawks. Let's see what they've done. So
their last blowout game was against the Giants.
Okay.
And that wasn't that impressive. Their offense still was flat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they beat the Commanders by 3. They beat the Cleveland by 4. They beat Arizona by 10 though on the 7th. Is that a blowout win? Would you say 10 points is a blowout win?
No.
You say that you consider that still close though?
Close-ish.
Yeah. They lost the Bengals.
I think that's your phone, buddy.
Yeah, that's my phone going crazy. Yeah, but you say the Giants was week 4, so that was the week 4 game that we had. So I guess week 4. Was that Chad? That's Chad saying something. Yeah.
He's like, Geno's balling out, looking like Prime Manning and Vic, and I'm saying Dallas's defense.
I know. And then week 3, we won by 10 points over the Panthers. So, yeah. So, yeah, like most of our games, yeah.
All right, we got Dallas. Good team. That's when they lose. Well, yeah, no poop.
Yeah.
And now here is a 1st and 10. Dak Prescott going to pass, and he is already getting overwhelmed, and that is incomplete. And looks like there's another flag. Is this pass interference, or is it going to be a holding call?
Holding offense. I'm guessing.
It's holding
defense!
on the defense. Yeah, I already knew that.
How many times are we going to be holding on defenses in this game? This is so weird.
So many times, actually, for sure.
Like, you usually don't see defensive holding this often in a game.
You don't. You're not really used to it.
His hand wrapped around basically the waist.
Yeah, exactly. And now here he gives it to Tony Pollard, and he actually gets some yards on that, and that will help me a little bit on fantasy. I need Tony Pollard to score touchdowns.
Seems like you have all your fantasy guys playing today. You have like 4 guys, like half
I
the
have
team
Tony
playing today.
Pollard. I got DK Metcalf. I got Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah.
Yeah, these reps are very art sensitive, just like the customers that we may work with. It is now, yep, it's 2nd and 4 right now. Less than 10 minutes left in the quarter. And now here is Dak Prescott, gives it off to Tony Pollard, and that gets in there for the 1st down. And Jamal Adams looks like he is down right now, and his helmet just came off. Jamal Adams just cannot stay healthy at all.
Mm-hmm. Wow, Gino has good fantasy points right now.
How many points has he given you?
22.5 right now. He's only projected to give me 14.6.
And Jamal Adams, he did get up. He is running in his own power, so it looks like he's going to get a little bit of rest.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at 28-20. I already said that. 1st and 10. Got 9 minutes and 8 seconds left in this quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And the clock is running right now.
Yeah.
And now here is Dak Prescott, gives it to, and he's going to go down. Not much will be done there.
That's good.
That's going to be his 2nd down.
Mm-hmm. This would be a good momentum builder if the Seahawks win this game.
If they do win this game, at least it'll provide some kind of cushion towards the end of the season. And here's Dak Prescott, got no running back, and gets a big pass, and that is complete, and that's going to be a 1st down.
Oh, this guy limping?
Was that Ferguson, the tight end?
Yeah, it looked like he came up a little bit limping.
Let's take a look and see. Get a nice open pass. Hey, Liam, by any chance, are you putting my YouTube video over the voice of the game? And now here is Dak Prescott, got some time. It looks like it's a free play, and that is going to be intercepted. It's going to be intercepted, but there's a flag. It was an offsides. I saw it. That's why it was a free play. That's why Dak Prescott completely just threw it.
But is it on Dak Prescott? Is it on the who's it on?
No, it's on the defense. I saw the jump. Yep, okay. It's on the defense. Otherwise, Dak Prescott wouldn't have made such a pass like that.
Mm.
Now we're looking at a 2nd down.
Mm.
It was Mafe who made the jump. Yep. That was obvious.
I was wondering if he was provoked by somebody.
Not at all. And Tyler Lockett looks like he's taking a breather or something.
Yeah, they have oxygen tanks on the sideline because of all the how tough this game is.
And now it's 122 yards to 83 yards. And now here is Dak Prescott, gives it to Tony, fakes it to Tony Pollard, and Dak's going to make the run, and that is incomplete, and looks like we got another flag. We're looking at, I'm probably going to say a pass interference.
Is there going to be a flag on like almost every play now?
I mean, this is a flag football, that's for sure.
That's why I said, it's like, if you're going to have this many penalties in the game, should we just change this game to flag football?
No, let's not make it that exaggerating.
I know.
And yep, that was obviously on the defense on Tariq Woolen.
Another one on Woolen. Woolen's the one that's causing a lot of these plays.
Penalties.
Yep, these penalties.
You know, the Seahawks, they could have gotten Shaq Griffin, but nope, they didn't pick him up. Now we're looking at 28-20. 1st and 10. And gives it to Tony Pollard, and he will still go down. Tony Pollard hasn't really done much for the Cowboys.
You think they should have got rid of Ezekiel Elliott?
Ezekiel Elliott was a dud. He was broken.
You think so?
Yeah, he was past his prime. He was over the hill. And now we're looking at 7 minutes left in the quarter. Dak Prescott's got Tony Pollard right next to him. And now here's Dak Prescott. Dak, he's looking, and he is going to pass, and that is caught for the first down by CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb, one of the better receivers in the NFL.
Yeah.
And now it is 28-20. I already know that. It's a fake handoff. Dak Prescott, he's getting a little overwhelmed. And here's the pass, and that is incomplete. He pretty much just threw that away. And unfortunately, CeeDee Lamb is going up against me in fantasy football. So that's not going to help me at all. Yeah, I'm sure you were happy.
Purple dreads? That one player for the Seahawks had purple dreads.
Oh, they did, didn't they?
I was like,
we're looking at 28-20. I already said that. How many times do I have to keep saying that?
Because you love that we're winning?
No, I don't think we are gonna. 2nd and 10. 6:12 left in this quarter. The clock is going down, and here's Dak Prescott getting overwhelmed, and that is incomplete again. Is there any flags on this one?
Yes,
another flag! I think they're going to call a pass interference on this one on Bobby Wagner, it looks like.
Oh, gosh.
He really did get there early, so that was obvious.
Wow.
Yep, it was on Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner should not be surprised by that.
Yeah. Wow.
But that was but then, like you said, in your case, that's like on the continuation. It's like, could he really have stopped himself on that?
Yeah. That's what I have a big problem with, is a continuation kind of rule thing.
But now it's a 1st and 10, 6 minutes left, and there's Dak Prescott, got no running back. He's looking, and he gets nearly sacked, and he is finally going to go down and sack.
Wow. I think Dak is a little slow.
He is slow. He never really had speed.
Yeah, he's not a fast quarterback.
He really isn't.
Yeah.
Now it's credit to Jaron Reed.
Well, look at what is it? Some people will say that Tom Brady's one of the greatest quarterbacks, but the reason why he was so good is he had a good offensive line all the time, so he didn't really have to move around much.
Well, the bottom line is it's a team game.
Yeah, that is true.
So it's who builds the teams better.
Yeah.
And now here's Dak. He's looking to pass, and he's going for the big one, and that is going to be incomplete. And that's going to be a 3rd and 13. And another
flag!
flag. Here we go. Looks like it's unnecessary roughness or unsportsmanlike conduct.
By
And it's just
Brown.
killing the defense right there. The penalties are just absolutely killing it.
Like you said, who's going
Yep,
to give up
illegal
more penalties in this
contact.
game? Who's going to give up more penalties in this game?
If the Cowboys are going to score, at least give it to Tony Pollard.
I know that's what you want. Oh, man, I know that's what you want.
And Liam, tell him to give it to Tony Pollard.
Oh, gosh.
Yep, that'll do it right there. That was more than evident. But not like it was a good pass to begin with. 5 penalties in this drive alone.
For 22
Cost
yards.
22 yards. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And now we are inside the 17. And now here is Tony Pollard. And he goes down.
Wow. And that was Adams.
Yeah, that was Jamal Adams, who likes to go for those kind of big tackles.
Yeah. I have the Seahawks defense, so I need them to do well.
Yeah, I think that was a boneheaded move to put the Seahawks defense in there. But I also need you to lose.
Well, I actually have 6 points for the Seahawks defense right now.
That's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, so they're not a horrible defense, even though they're so penalized.
And here's Dak Prescott. He's got some time, gives it to the tight end, and looks like he's going to go all the way for the first down and gets it. That was all 13 yards, and he somehow got it. And looks like there's some pushing and shoving going on, but that gets immediately broken up. And the trash talking still continues.
Oh, God!
Jamal Adams and number 87, they were going at it.
Wow.
I wonder if there's going to be flags thrown on this one, or are the refs just going to let them just duke it out?
I think they're just going to let it go because, you know.
Yeah, because it was that big hit by Stephon Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
Ferguson's really getting the hit on this one.
Mm-hmm.
You are up 35. You're probably going to win.
Mm-hmm.
So you're pretty much putting my playoff hopes endangered. And now here is a 1st and goal. And now here's the pass. And that should have been picked off.
Wow.
Just bounced off the ground just really slightly.
Mm-hmm. I thought we had 2 more weeks left in fantasy.
Yeah, these are our last 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
Of the regular season, that is.
Mm-hmm. Well, you wanted to go to Pollock, and they're trying to get it to them.
They really are, but now they really? They really want to get that touchdown quick. And now, gives it to Tony Pollard, and is he going to go? And he will get in there for the touchdown. And the Cowboys get on the board for this half as Tony Pollard, they just gave it to him, and he got the touchdown. And also that helps my fantasy team as well. So touchdown, Cowboys, and my fantasy football team. And Liam, this is for you.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Do you go for the 2-point conversion right now if you're the Dallas Cowboys, or do you just kick the field goal?
Kick the field goal because you got plenty of time because the Seahawks defense is already pretty much gassed up. And as of now, I am projected to win 138 to 134. So it's going to be a really ugly game for me. They did kick the field goal.
Mm-hmm.
And what a drive that was by the Cowboys, mostly because of those penalties that the Seahawks just couldn't restrain themselves on. And I will say this, as much as I hated it when the refs were like that, at the same time, they were reasonably penalties. Like there were contact, there was always contact, except maybe the Bobby Wagner one, because there's like really not much you could have done on that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, see, I'm projected to win by like almost 6 points. So once the rest of my team stinks it out. Mm-hmm.
Those flags everywhere, huh? I didn't even notice. I'm not even paying attention.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is the other hand, Dallas' defense is causing penalties too. So it's like they're giving us stuff like when we scored that big touchdown at the end of the half, that was like 2 big pass interference calls that got us in that situation.
They did, indeed.
So I don't know what the penalty ratio is and for how many yards it is, but it's been pretty big this game. I bet there's been at least 300 yards of like penalties.
Yep, and Reflect the Sun saying that Seahawks actually have fight in them. And also, since we're on commercial break, if I see that there's now 4 concurrent viewers, if any of you are willing to put another few dollars in there or even $1, that would really help this channel. The goal is to keep growing this channel to the skies, to the stars, shall I say. So I want to keep doing this for the very long term. But until then, it's hashtag don't quit your day job.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely want the opportunity to make this man my part-timer, my part-time color commentator, which would be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Tony Pollard, he really did help me a lot on that drive. But hopefully the Seahawks can make a big answer on this.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is they need a big answer that uses a lot of clock because so they can waste at least 5 minutes or more on the clock.
I agree on that. You're not wrong about that at all.
Yeah.
I would think that's what the Seahawks are going to try to do. Geno Smith tonight has been pressured on 54% of the dropbacks. So considering how many yards he has thrown, it is actually amazing of how he's been performing. And like I said, I'm not a Geno Smith fan. It's just I'm just reading the facts. Yeah, but it's Dallas Cowboys defense too that's lacking.
Mm-hmm. But the thing about Geno is one thing you have to do, and this is what a lot of people do, is they compare the quarterback that you have to other quarterbacks in the league. And when I look at like other starting quarterbacks, if we compare him because he is a starting quarterback, he's better than half the quarterbacks in the league. So he's like mediocre as a starting quarterback.
Possessions tonight, 4 of 5 of them have been completed by touchdowns.
Yeah.
We're looking at 28-27. 1st and 10. Got 3 minutes and 41 seconds left in the quarter. And there's Charbonnet, who does at least get a few yards on this. Charbonnet has really stepped up with the absence of Kenneth Walker, who hasn't been, it feels like it's been a month since Kenneth Walker's been around. And we haven't seen him since that Rams game. And we're looking at 28-27, 2nd and 7 with 3:16 left on the clock for the quarter. Clock is still running down. Parkinson on the motion. And now here's Geno Smith looking to pass. Got some time. And that is going to be nearly picked off. And they're looking for some offensive pass interference on that. But nothing happening. 3rd and 7. That was good defense by Gilmore. I don't think there was anything pass interference on that one. It was just a badly timed throw.
Yeah.
Oh, Liam, don't be a baby. We're looking at 3rd and 7. It's a 3:02. And Smith, the clock is going down. He is getting pressured. And here is the pass. And that is that caught? That is picked off. Picked off by the Cowboys. And now the Cowboys have the ball. Seems that Geno Smith's throwing interceptions every single game. And yep, they go all the way back. I don't like those end zone celebrations. Like, you don't even score a touchdown and you're going to the end zone to do these stupid like selfies kind of thing. I don't like that. But yeah, it was picked off. And Geno Smith, he completely just spiked his helmet in absolute frustration. And now we're back on commercial break. And if anyone can help me make me feel better by putting in some donations, that would be really just appreciated. But until then, I got to vent off by watching a commercial.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
All right. Now, if in case you just missed it, Geno Smith threw another interception. His interceptions have really gone up compared to last season.
Mm-hmm. But I think he's getting more risky because he's getting more comfortable and thinking he can do more.
Well, also, he doesn't have enough time to pass either because of the lackluster offensive line. But either way, I still don't think that Geno Smith is the guy for the future for the Seahawks. I just don't.
Some people consider one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league, Josh Allen. And he's had some of the most turnovers since 2019 or 8. I think it's 2018 since he came in the league.
That's when he was just a runner.
Yeah. So people think that he's a great quarterback, even though he has had more interceptions than anybody else. Turnover. Yeah. So does it matter? I think sometimes that stuff, like you said, that stuff gets looked over. People don't scrutinize players as much as some other people do. Like most people don't.
Liam says Josh Allen is so overrated.
I think he is overrated. I always thought that Lamar Jackson was better than Josh Allen, but everybody always praised Josh Allen more than Lamar Jackson, even though Lamar Jackson's had just as good of teams and just as good of seasons as Josh Allen. And he's proven it this year. Like Lamar Jackson's proven it this year that he's better.
And now here is the handoff, and that is going to get at least a few yards on that, and that's going to be a second down. Yeah. And the Seahawks are really trying to play some roughing defense on this one.
Yeah. But that's just how I look at it at the end of the day.
Lamar has an MVP. What do you mean?
They're thinking he's having an MVP season. He's having a really good season. Like his passer completion rating went up like 10% this year or something. Went from like 60 to 70%.
Geno at the half of Allen's salary or Allen with millions tied up like Wilson? I'll still take my chances with Josh Allen. I'll take his overrated butt over Geno Smith's butt. And now here is the pass, and big hit. Wow. Surprised that wasn't a roughing, like a unnecessary roughness, but CeeDee Lamb met him. He met Woolen. Woolen really is making it sure. That was a big hit.
Wow, Woolen actually had a good play. He finally had a good play tonight, Woolen.
We're looking at third down. Al Harris is their defensive backs coach, which makes sense because Al Harris was a defensive back for the Green Bay Packers, a really long time one, and looks like Witherspoon, he is hurt right now. If CD gets hurt, I'm never watching football again. Come on, Liam, don't be dramatic. Russ, Allen, Danny Dimes, Crimes, Kyler Murray, all these overpaid QBs, way overpaid. Kyler Murray, I think, was the most overpaid out of all of them.
Yeah, no. I think the most overpaid is the guy for Cleveland.
Watson. Oh yes, Deshaun Watson is the worst. Yes,
he's
fully guaranteed contract. I thought that was a stupid contract. And now here is Dak Prescott got pressured, and that is caught, and that's gonna be a stop. Okay, Bobby, you're done. Stop it. You're gonna get like this unnecessary roughness.
But have you seen Russell the last 4 games? Russell looks more like his old self.
He does look like his old self. It helps me have Sean Payton and there's Watson, of course, terrible contract. Yeah, I was against that. As a Browns fan, obviously over there, I was violently against that. I was like, no, just keep it with Baker. Baker's doing just fine. Yeah. Baker at least doesn't screw the ball like Watson does. I was heavily against that Watson trade. Now here's DK. Oh, and that's going to be a first down.
No, they dropped it. Didn't he drop it?
They dropped it. They did drop it, did they?
Yeah.
And that was on a 4th down. I thought they would put that ball. They didn't have to go for it on 4th down.
They could have kicked the field goal. But look at this. Look at this. He drops it. He literally
dropped
it. Wow, that's a break for the Seahawks.
A huge
Wow.
break. I think he had a breakaway for a touchdown, arguably.
Wow. What do you think of Herbert and how Herbert's doing this year?
He's on a bad team.
Because they paid him a lot. They paid him a lot of money. He's like the highest paid player now.
What did I say? We go for it constantly. Oh, Liam is really feeling it.
Yeah. Wow. Man, I would love to see Seahawks just win this game. Then I could rub it in some Cowboys. Oh man.
Well, you have Liam to rub it into.
Yeah. Well, there's some other people I know that are Cowboys fans, and I'm like, it's like, ooh, because I kind of have this thing where like because they've hyped the Cowboys up as being like a lot of people hate them because they're hyped up as America's team. If they never got that name behind them, I think a lot more people would like them.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Cowgirls? Or how about them No Boys? I remember one point.
They used to,
at one point in
did-
2018, when the Browns were
Yeah.
kind of on that winning streak towards the end of 2018 on Baker's rookie year, every single week, I kept saying, how about them Browns? How about them Browns? And then when they lost and out of the playoffs, I go, how about them? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Well, you know what's fun, interesting? So in basketball, they used to do this competition where they used to like have all the dance teams. They had like people vote on who their favorite dance teams were, and they had like a March
I
Madness
think the
style bracket.
Sonics were one of the better ones.
Yeah, it used to be like the Miami Heat used to win it. Miami
The
Heat
Sonics
had like
were
the
also
best
pretty
dance
good
team.
competitors too.
I know, but it was just funny that they had that, and they don't do that anymore. Like they took that away. But it was so fun to see. The Sonics would do well, but it was also like the Heat were the winners or something like that.
Yeah. I remember when they tried to hype up the Dallas Mavericks cheerleaders too.
Yeah. And they just don't compete as much with the
I've seen those cheerleaders up close. I will say, actually, I'm not going to say. I don't want to say anything.
No. You know what's interesting now. I went to a couple of games and like I didn't realize this until I went to the games this year that they actually have male cheerleaders now on like the actual teams. They used to be all females, like on the Seahawks, and now they have like male cheerleaders. So they brought that in.
Oh, and now here is Geno Smith. He is going for the big pass, and that is caught. Caught by no chance. And that's a first down. And Geno Smith, he is playing no mercy on that.
Wow.
And did he maintain possession? He absolutely maintained possession.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic catch by Noah Fant.
I know.
And Noah Fant, he was part of that Russell Wilson trade back in the 2022. And some will say that at the time, Broncos won that trade, then Seahawks won that trade. Now it seems to be 50-50. And now here's Geno Smith just in time. And now here is, DJ Dallas is going to have to run that and gets nothing on that. Should we get a face mask on that one? We would really like a face mask.
Oh, there's a flag.
Face mask. That was a face mask. That's got to be a face mask.
I know. It was around the neck. It was something like around the neck.
Totally unnecessary roughness. But you saw what they were trying to do. They're trying to get DJ Dallas to give it to Geno Smith to make that big flea flicker.
Yeah. But then he tried to make up for it, was trying to get yards back. But
got a flag out of it.
Yeah.
He drew a penalty.
Ooh.
No, that was if that went any further, it's a repeat of second down.
Wow.
Wait, what was the penalty?
I think it was unnecessary roughness or something. I don't know.
No, so it should be automatic first down then.
No, 2nd and 10. I think they just waved it off.
Should have been an automatic first down. What the hell's going on?
Was that automatic first?
No, it's second down, and the clock's going down. And here's Charbonnet. He gets a nice one, and he is still going, and he is still going. Still the 10 and the 5, and the Seahawks are in. They are in the red zone right now. What a big play by Charbonnet. And that was a way to end the third quarter.
Wow.
That had me just so shocked.
Will this game make up for all the other bad games you gave up this year?
No, you have to win a Super Bowl to make up for all of it.
Okay. Well, I think at the rate we're going, we're going to make the playoffs. So I don't know. How can we do in the playoffs?
I don't know.
Well, if we win tonight, that'll be 7 wins. You usually need
We'll be
10 to
7
make
and 5,
playoffs.
but then after next week we'll be 7 and 6, and then we got to look at the games after that.
Philadelphia, Titans, Steelers, and Cardinals.
Eagles, that's going to be 7 and 7. Titans, I think we'll win that one, so that will be 8 and 7. Steelers, 8 and 8. Cardinals, it'll either be 9 and 8 or 8 and 9. So it's going to be really close at the very end.
Yeah. It just depends on how
Steelers
well
play
we play
really
towards
good
the end of the
defense.
season.
Don't forget about that.
Yeah.
Oh, and from your perspective, how's my camera?
Camera's
Do you
good.
see
Mhm.
in my Wi-Fi? No delays?
No delays. You're good.
All right, great. I know, Liam, you're upset.
But the thing about it is that what other teams do we have to worry about to make the playoffs? The Vikings. Well, if we're in the Vikings, there are only 2 good teams. Do you think the Saints you think the Saints are going to come through, or do you think the Rams are going to come through,
Who
or
knows?
the Green Bay Packers? Unless those teams go on a big run, we basically have nothing to worry about. So
We'll have to see.
yeah. Seahawks. Mm-hmm.
Capital One, what's in your wallet? Forrest Gump, Star Trek Next Generations, Judge Judy. I haven't seen Judge Judy. I've seen the parody of it. It was called Judge Trudy from the Amanda Show on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
And they're showing the Titanic. Epic Sea. Okay. Were you on Rose's side or Jack Dawson, or Rose's side or Cal's side?
I don't think I've ever seen the whole movie of Titanic.
You
I don't
haven't
know the
even
whole
seen
story.
Titanic yet? Okay,
No.
everyone answer. Was Rose the you-know-what that starts with a B, ends with an H, or was Cal the butthole? All right, here's Geno Smith at the red zone. And here's Smith. Gives it to Charbonnet. He's going for the run. He gets some yards in there, and that's going to go down to the 5, or at least maybe the 4 or the 3. They're showing what the play was. They gave it to Charbonnet. Made the big run. Who was the only Seahawk to ever wear 12? Does anyone know who was the only Seahawk to ever wear 12? No idea. We're looking at 28 to 27. It is now 14 minutes left. And now here's Smith. Was going for the pass. He's going for the pass, and that's going to be caught by DK Metcalf for the touchdown. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are breaking it open at least to nearly a 2-possession game. What a catch by DK.
Wow.
Geno Smith, he kind of had to heave it from going. He was kind of falling back, and he caught it for the touchdown.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What a great.
And who's on my fantasy team?
DK Metcalf.
I have DK Metcalf. Wait, but imagine if we were playing against each other.
Mhm.
And now here's the kick.
Yeah, it'd be
and
funny right
that
now.
is
He'd be necking
good.
there.
Seahawks been playing very well offensively. Their offense, this is the offense that we are used to from last season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hey, this could be a turning point in our season. If this is the turning point in our season and we actually win a couple of those games that people don't expect us to win, we'd be pretty well.
Who
If we
knows?
could pull off at least 4 of those wins and go 10 and 7, if we go 10 and 7, that'd be a big season for us.
Be a big season for sure.
It would be an improvement. Yeah. After giving up 2 games to the Rams and still going 10 and 7 would be huge. Yeah. So
And now here's Jason Myers. He kicks it, and it goes into the end zone.
Yeah. The announcers there were like, "Oh yeah, this is like the Seahawks' best game of the season. They're playing their best game of the season."
Yeah, but their defense has been atrocious other than a lucky fourth down stop. Seahawks are now the 6th seed so far. In the hunt, got Green Bay, you got the LA Rams, got the New Orleans Saints, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I know. It's insane.
It really is insane.
Mm-hmm.
And now here is Dak Prescott. He hands it to Tony Pollard, and he goes for that run, and he nearly broke it. He nearly broke through that hole. And now here it is, 35-27. And here's Dak Prescott's got some time. He's going for the big pass, and that is going to be caught. No, it's incomplete, but we got a flag. It's going to be a pass interference on the defense. And what is with these penalties, Seahawks? Oh, ref ball conspiracy. It's ref ball conspiracy. No, it's because Seahawks don't know how to hold it together.
You see Pete Carroll getting upset on the sideline, getting angry.
Yeah, he's really upset about it, clearly. Woolen's been been causing a lot of penalties.
Woolen's been our problem.
And also, while we're waiting for the next possession or for the next play, go ahead and hit that donation to that super chat button and help this channel grow. And I do appreciate the last $4 that has been made.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're looking at 35-27. I already said that. 13 minutes left in the game. Here is Dak Prescott. He fakes it and immediately gets met with the sack. Oh no, he escapes, and Dak Prescott got out of it, and that is a completed pass. Or nope, that is incomplete. So should have been sacked on that one. How do you not complete the tackle on that?
It happens sometimes.
Oh, that purple dreadlocks, it just doesn't do it for me. Well, that's why, because he thinks like a cuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he is. He's a cuck because a purple hair? That's just weird.
I said that someone had purple hair earlier. Yeah, the dreadlocks. Yeah.
Yeah, you did say that. And that's going to be his second down. And here is Prescott. He's looking to pass, and he gives it to number 80, and they complete the tackle on that one.
Mm-hmm.
It is now 35-27. Seahawks still have the lead. It's an 8-point lead, and it's a third down. I wonder, though, will the Seahawks, or if it goes to a fourth down, actually, I shouldn't even say it at this point. That's actually 2nd and 12. I lied. And now here's Dak Prescott looking to pass, and he can't really get much, and he gives it to Tony Pollard, and he's not going to get anything at all. I think he even lost yards on that one. And now we're looking at a third down. You got to get this stop to at least force the field goal.
Yes. Unless they're going to go for it. It depends on how close they are. If they're within like 2 or 3 yards, they might go for it.
We're looking at a 3rd and 12. 11:43 left in this game. Three seconds left. And now here's Prescott. He's going to pass. And here it is. And that's going to be incomplete. Any flags? Flags? No flags. And that's going to be 4th and 12. I think that's got to be the field goal unit. I don't think you'd go for that on 4th down. Not a chance at all. Went right through CeeDee Lamb. Great defensive coverage by the Seahawks, by Stephon Diggs, and and Witherspoon. And now it's going to be a 38-yard attempt to make it less than a one-possession game. And here it is. The kick is up, and it is good. Went right through the uprights. And the Cowboys bring it to within 5. And there is still lots of conversation going on. I need a little breather.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And commercial break is still going on. I have a lot of work to do tonight after this game. That's how much I got to do. Those are all the shorts I got to do. It's been a very exciting game, that's for sure. Especially this.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
And also, while this thing is still going, these commercials are going, go ahead and hit that donations button. Help me grow this channel. Even just $1 a time makes the difference. So, Epic Sea Films, I basically owe you a game of pool on me, or whatever it is. I'm like, how much is it to get a pool game?
I don't know. It's like $3 something an hour or something. I don't even know.
I owe you $1.
Let's see stats. Let's see. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to find what is it? Team stats. There they are. Team stats.
And now it is 11:23 left in this game, and now after that score, the Seahawks will get the ball back, and they will let it go for a touchback to start it at the 25.
Yeah, that's good. So they just need to move the ball down the field right now.
$35-20, 1st and 10, 11:23 left in this game. Here's Bobo in motion, and he gives it to Charbonnet. He's going for a run and immediately gets met, but he does get at least 3 yards out of it. We're looking at 2nd down, 11 minutes left in this game. Second and 6. And now there's a man in motion by Disley, who's been healthy pretty much this entire season. And looks like a delay of game or a timeout's been called. Looks like a timeout has been called by the Seahawks. They just had to burn that timeout, did they? We really got to get another touchdown. We got to really put this game away.
Yeah, we do.
And now we're looking at 10 minutes and 37 seconds, 2nd and 6. Charbonnet in the motion. And here's Smith, gives it to Jackson Smith and Jigba, and he will get a first down. Do I see a flag being thrown? Nope. First, that's going to be a 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and short. I would think just give it to Charbonnet or just have Geno Smith just sneak it through. You don't really have to do much on this one. Nope. Looks like they're not going to sneak it. They're going to give it to Charbonnet. And here's Smith. He sneaks in. Does he get through? I think he does. That's going to be a first down. And I think at this point, the Seahawks are trying to burn some clock on this.
Sweet.
So you're going to burn another good 30 seconds.
What's smart if they burn clock?
Yeah, they did burn the clock. Is it in college where if you get a first down, it stops the clock?
I don't know. It's something about the last 2 minutes, college might be different rules. Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
What's interesting is like, but every time, like if you have 4 downs, you can waste 30 seconds per down. That's 2 more minutes you can waste every time you get a first down.
Right. We're looking at 1st and 10, 35 to 30 so far. And now here is Charbonnet. He hands it off, and that's not going to be much. It's going to be a 2nd down. But you're still burning that clock. But at this point, you got to go for a pass on this.
Yeah. You just need to keep getting first downs. So
275 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. Charbonnet with 59 yards and a touchdown. DK has just been unbelievable.
Yeah. There's Kenneth Walker on the sidelines.
I think Liam turned off his game. I think he's really upset. 2nd and 7. Geno fakes it. He's immediately pressured and immediately incomplete. He was just immediately pressured. That was the blitz.
I don't know why those guys are running still.
Looks like they're running. Maybe they got the fumble recovery. That's what they're thinking.
No, it was an incomplete pass. No. Ooh, should that be roughing the passer?
No, they're not going to.
Nah. Yeah.
3rd and 7.
If it was a
8:49 left in this game. And now here is Smith, and he's going for the pass. And here is Jackson Smith and Jigba, and should that be a first down on the progress? I think they're gonna bring the chains. I'd say just go for it.
Look at where they marked it.
I think that's a first down. First down.
I think it's a first down when they marked it.
First down.
They marked it.
They marked it as a first down, but I thought they were going to bring the marker out there on the field.
Oh, they gave it a first down. That looked.
They did give it a first down, just barely.
Well, look at his forward progress.
First and 10. 8 minutes left in this game. Clock is running. And here's Smith. And here's going for the pass. And that is incomplete. Tyler Lockett is just fuming at himself. He usually doesn't drop those. It's very uncharacteristic for Tyler Lockett to drop those. Smith actually did have some decent time. And Tyler Lockett, he was probably just shocked. And yeah, they're saying that Tyler Lockett is been a bit off. And yeah, he's just really upset.
Yeah.
Geno Smith trying to keep his composure. It is now 2nd and 10. What can they do on this one? And here's Smith going to pass. And he's already overwhelmed. And he's going to go down with a sack.
Mm-hmm.
That Lockett drop is really going to hurt this. It really could hurt the Seahawks.
Well, let's just see here. Let's see what's going on. It all depends on how this 3rd down goes.
Yeah, I know.
Because even if we give them the ball back, they're going to have not the greatest field position.
Great, not the greatest field position. You're right.
Yeah, because we're almost at the 50-yard line. So that's huge already there.
That was really a critical play. And now we're looking at a 3rd and 10. And now here is the pass to Bobo. And that is not going to get the first down. It was close. Should have gotten it, but it did not get it.
Should we go for it here?
I think you just go for it. I like the idea of going for it.
Yeah.
I would just go for it on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all for going for it.
4th and 1.
Yep, it is 4th and 1. This is a very critical game, very critical moment. If the Cowboys can get the stop, they'll have a very good chance of winning this game. But if the Seahawks if they do go for it, if they do succeed, and now here is Charbonnet, and he's immediately stopped.
We don't get it.
They don't get it, and now the Cowboys have the ball. I will say this: I'm biting my words. I was for that. It was just horribly executed, or the Cowboys just really read it well. And now Cowboys have the ball. Liam, I told you everything was going to be okay.
It's not over yet. The game's not over yet. Because they still need a touchdown to win it. So if we stop them and even get a field goal out of them, would it be a win?
But you would think that the Cowboys, knowing the Seahawks' very questionable defense, you would think that the Cowboys are going to try to chew up as much clock as possible.
You never know what they're going to do.
And also, Geno can't finish drives. He can't finish games either.
He has the Browns game.
It's the Browns. It was the Commanders, also not a good team.
They're mediocre. And Browns are actually a playoff team right now, even though they have a backup quarterback in PJ Washington or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Browns have Browns are gonna. I heard they're starting Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco now.
Yeah, former Ravens quarterback and Jets.
Yeah, but you know what's funny about that? The Browns have had so many different quarterbacks and are still making it work this year.
Yeah, but can that really last? And they've also been doing it without a running back too.
Yeah, without their main running back. Yeah,
Nick Chubb was lost for the season.
But our running backs like interchangeable. Can you just pull up anybody in? Like we have Charbonnet, and Charbonnet's playing.
If you have a good running scheme, you can use anyone. Unless your name is Trent Richardson, who couldn't even find a hole.
My dad used to diss on Sean Alexander.
Sean Alexander, because he had an amazing offensive line, and once he didn't get an offensive line anymore, he was done. And some say that the money should have been given to Steve Hutchinson rather than Sean Alexander, because Maurice Morris maybe could have done the same thing, or if the Seahawks drafted some kind of running back. And now here is Dak Prescott. They are still in their own territory, which is why they went for it on 4th down. And here's Dak, and that is going to be completed for CeeDee Lamb, and that may be a first down, or it could be a 2nd and short.
Charbonnet's going into the tent for what?
We can't afford to lose Charbonnet.
Well, we have DJ Dallas.
1st and 10, total penalties, 252 yards, most in any game this season for the Dallas Cowboys. 35-30. And now here is a 1st and 10 off to Tony Pollard, and he gets a big hole, and that is going to go into the red zone-ish. As Tony Pollard got a big run, it's going to help my fantasy football team at least. Tony Pollard has got me 16 points so far. He got 20 yards on that. That was a big run by Tony. And now here is Dak. He's going to pass, and he's going for that pass, and that's going to be nearly picked off, and Tariq Woolen has just been off. He really should have picked that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Tyler Lockett drop could actually cost the game, and it's Lockett, not the Ricardo Lockett last name. Reflect the sun. Yep, that was a bit. That should have been picked off. 2nd and 10. And now here's Dak. He's got the pass, gives it to CeeDee Lamb, and that's going to be caught. Roof Lockett. Yep, he still spelled it wrong. It's 2 T's. Got 35-30, 5:43. The clock is still running. This is 3rd down. Very critical.
This is a huge third down.
3rd and 3. This is a big one for the Dallas Cowboys and the Seahawks. Seahawks have got to get this stop, but I would think the Cowboys are still going to go for it, although they do have 3 timeouts. And now here's Dak looking to pass, getting a little bit of pressure, and that's going to be caught by CeeDee Lamb. He gets it for the 1st down, and that's going to be red zone we're talking about goal line situation. We're looking at 1st and goal so far. Could be 1st and goal. No, it's 1st and 10. Still 1st and 10. But it's still, we're talking goal line, getting close to it. Tariq Woolen's been terrible. I think you should put Witherspoon on that. Why are we putting Witherspoon on him?
I know. Woolen has not played a good game.
At least give it to Tony Pollard. Now here's Dak, gives it to Tony. No, he fakes it, and Dak Prescott is going to get, looks like that's the 1st down.
Woolen is just Woolen needs to get out of the game right now.
He really does. He is not having a good game.
Pull him.
And the clock did stop because Dak Prescott did run out of bounds. That was a nice fake to Tony Pollard. There's a little bit of trash talking going on that. 2nd and 2. Got 2 seconds left on the clock, and that should be a delay of game. Or is that a timeout called by the Dallas Cowboys?
I think that was a timeout called because I don't see no flags.
It was no timeout. No. There should have been a flag. Where's the flag? It should have been delay of game.
They're saying it's 2nd and 7 now. They're calling it 2nd and 7 now.
So yeah, that was delay of game, but the refs just didn't say anything.
Yeah, I didn't see none of it, but it was 2nd and 7 now.
And here's 5 seconds left. And now here is Dak Prescott. And here is the pass. And that is caught for a touchdown. And that is to number 87, Ferguson. And the Dallas Cowboys have now taken the lead.
But watch this. The Seahawks could still technically win this game on a field goal. Unless they go for it on 2.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Oh, boy. It was a nice touchdown pass by Dak Prescott. Jamal Adams just could not contain that one at all. And I would think that they're going to go for, I think they're going to go for 2. They want to make sure that the Seahawks, they are absolutely going for 2 to force the Seahawks to maybe try to score a touchdown to end the game or at least force overtime, worst case scenario. And now here it is to Dak Prescott. He fakes it. He's going to pass, and that is caught by number 3, and that's going to be a 2-point conversion complete. So it looks like we're looking at worst case scenario for the Cowboys end. They would hope would be just a forcing overtime.
But here, the Seahawks can still go down and win this game. We still have 4.5 minutes.
No, they're not going to win this game.
Yes,
Gino does not close games.
Yes, he does.
He didn't close the Bengals game. He didn't close the Rams game. He hasn't closed anything. He's
closed a lot of games. Yes, he has.
Okay, name a good legitimate. That doesn't count.
Washington Redskins.
Doesn't count.
Washington Commanders. Those
doesn't count.
Those are still games. Those are games that count.
Asterisks.
Every game counts.
Asterisks.
You can't say those are asterisk games. A win's a win.
Okay, here's a bet. If Geno Smith drives the ball and the Seahawks win on this drive, you can have all the winnings from today. Do you want to take this bet?
Okay.
I will owe you $4 if the Seahawks win. Okay, we have to really... Okay, it has to... What do you believe? Do you think Geno will make a game-winning drive on this drive? It has to be on this drive.
Yes.
And it has to complete in a win.
Yes.
So, and then what happens if the Seahawks lose? Oh, wait, you don't owe me anything because of odds. So here's the bet. If Geno Smith scores a touchdown on this drive, this following drive, and the Seahawks hold and win, I will give all $4 that was earned through this thing. Well, it's going to be like $3 because I have to give 30%. So it's basically, I owe him $3.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'll give you all the $4, even without the fees.
Yeah.
All right, do we have a bet?
Whatever. Okay, it's whatever. If you want to do this, it's good.
Yep, I'm doing this. Honestly, I was tempted to even give my entire winnings, my entire earnings that I have right now. So I guess we're going to find out in just a few moments if Tyler Lockett can drive this.
Yeah, or maybe TJ Metcalf will have a big play like he did earlier in the game.
Something like that. We're going to have to hope and see.
Yeah. Yeah. But this is Geno. Every game he has to do something at the end of the game to get us at least into some sort of scoring position.
We'll see on this one.
And you said it has to be a touchdown. It can't just
Has to be a touchdown. It cannot be a field goal because field goal would have forced overtime.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, well, 4.5 minutes. We need a couple
Geno
big passes.
Smith, 20 of 32, 291 yards and 3 touchdowns and an interception. First and 10.
One of his best games of the season.
It has been. It's probably the best game of the season that he's had.
Yeah.
First and 10, 4 minutes and 37 seconds. The Seahawks have an opportunity to win this game. They are on the 25. And now here's Geno. He's going to pass, and he's getting pressured. And here is the pass, and that is caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba, and that's going to be a first down already.
Woo! Oh, wow. Up to the 45-yard line or something.
Up to the 45. It was a big drive, right? A big throw right there.
Yeah.
Smith has actually been playing pretty well this game.
Mm-hmm.
His route running still needs work, hence why, because he has to try to get open. Russell Wilson hasn't had 200 yards, but in one time in the last 6 games. Okay. And now here's Geno. He hands it off to DJ Dallas, and that's going to be a nice little big run over there for about 5 or 6 yards, as you don't see Zach Charbonnet. Looks like he's having some concussion protocols going on right now.
Mm.
It is 38-35, 3 minutes and 46 seconds. The clock is still running. I'm not going to take that yet. Seahawks have to win this game. Geno has to do something. 2nd and 4. We're looking at 3:30, 3:29. And here's Lockett on the motion. And here's Geno. He's got some time, did have some time, and DJ Dallas drops it. Little miscommunication right there.
Mm-hmm.
3rd and 4 with 3 minutes left. At least the clock did stop. Dallas Cowboy fans are getting really ecstatic. 38-35. And these drop passes are completely killing the Seahawks for sure.
Yeah.
3rd and 4. And here we go. And here is Smith going to pass. And that is dropped by Jackson Smith and Jigba. And you have to go for it. You absolutely got to go for it.
Yes, you do.
And it was under pressure because Geno has absolutely no time to throw. But I think even with a great offensive line, I think Geno still finds a way to screw this up. It's a 4th and 4. What are the Seahawks going to do?
Get this first down.
They got to get this first down. Absolutely no question about it, or else this game is pretty much over, especially when they are in their own territory. Here's Smith with DJ Dallas in front of him. This could be the game, and that is going to be incomplete and nearly intercepted, and I can't believe what I'm seeing. This is why Geno Smith is overrated. I said he was overrated last year. I said he was overrated this year, and I'm saying that he is absolutely an atrocious quarterback. He cannot get it done under the pressure. Not at all. And now the Seahawks are going to have to be forced to they're going to be forced to play really amazing defense while the Cowboys have the luxury, because the Seahawks only have 2 timeouts left. And you can count on the Seahawks going 6-7 after next week as well. 35-38. 1st and 10. And now here's Tony Pollard, and he gets stopped. And no, he's still going. Geno Smith had a terrible throw. Reflect the Sun, you can't just put everything on Tyler Lockett. What about Geno Smith with his inability to complete those passes?
35-6 under Pete Carroll when scoring 35 plus
points. It's going to be 36-0, but now it's going to be 36. Well, 2nd and 6 so far. Oh, by the way, that means the bet is off.
Yeah.
2nd and 6. And he gives it off to CeeDee Lamb, and that's going to be a first down. And he is still running and still going, and that's going to be finally being brought down. And we're getting close to the 2-minute warning, and I would think that the Cowboys are going to completely burn it to the last 2 minutes of this game. And this game, I think that was the dagger of this game.
Seahawks offense playing so well, and their defense just gave this game away.
You can't just put everything on the defense. It's also Geno Smith not stepping up when needed the most. I need a venting.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
Oh, yeah, so 35 points. Yeah, but what happened in the second half? You still got to drive the ball, and I can argue that pass to Tyler Lockett was a little bit off, too. The thing is, it doesn't matter. Whether you score 35 points or 7 points, you still have to get it done. You still have to make these drives. Russell Wilson was easily, if Russell Wilson was our quarterback, even the overpaid Russell Wilson, we'd still win this game. Like, I'm tired of all these excuses for Geno Smith. Like, I will say it. The amount of excuses that Geno Smith got in 2 seasons with the Seahawks is more than what Russell Wilson got in 9 years. Russell Wilson sucks, huh? He's actually doing pretty well. Yeah, but at least he's winning those games. He is a fantastic quarterback. I'm not saying the Russell Wilson trade was bad. I'm not saying that we should have not traded him, but Geno Smith shouldn't have been our quarterback. He should have been done No. Like, at this point, I actually wish that we went for Drew Lock last year just so we can tank for CJ Stroud or Bryce Young. I wanted those quarterbacks. I was ready for a tank. And this is what happens when you don't tank. And now it's going to be a second down. No, they wouldn't. Bronco fans, be thankful what you have. Would you rather have Geno Smith on your team? I mean, to be fair, Geno had nothing to pass, but there still should have been a better design play for that one. Also, Geno threw that pick, too. What's the excuse on that? And Geno is shaken up because of his arm. His throwing arm's not looking good, so if the Seahawks even get a chance, you might see Drew Lock as your quarterback. 2nd and 6. And here's the handoff to Tony Pollard, and that's going to be a 3rd down. And I think the Seahawks don't necessarily have to call a timeout, but they do got to get this stop. If they don't get this stop, the game is absolutely over. You might as well say 6-6 at this point. I mean, Lockett is getting old. He's not getting any younger, so there's no surprise on that.
Lockett wants to retire. So I think he might give us maybe one more season and retire.
Yeah, because he really wants to move on to his real estate career. That's going to be a secondary career.
Yeah, Lockett's basically said, "Hey, I gave you. I thought I was only going to do this for 8 years. And it's been like 10 years, so he's basically done soon."
Just like Doug Baldwin, he was done too.
Yeah, you get to that age of 30, and you're just like unless you really love the game, you're basically done.
That's where Tyler Lockett is at right now. And now here's 3rd and 3. They got to get this stop. And here is the pass. And that's going to should be offensive pass interference or defensive. I don't know. No flag on that one, but 4th and 3. So that means the Dallas Cowboys.
There's still a chance for us to win this game somehow.
You know what? I'm going to reset that bet. You want to take that? You want to take that bet? But okay, I will take the bet if the Seahawks lose. You owe me $2. Or should I? Or no? Okay, fine. I'll do the bet again. $4 times 2, so I'll owe you $10.
Okay.
And they're going for it on 4th down. What a surprise!
First, you have to get this stop.
Oh, they're trying to get him to jump. That's what it was. They tried to do the jump.
A lot of teams are doing that nowadays. It's like a waste of a timeout. Don't you think?
Just depends on the situation.
But Geno still has a chance to win this game in regulation. If they drive down the field this time.
4th and 3. They're going for the field goal. A blocked field goal would be nice, so that way he can run it for 6.
Yeah.
He is 25 of 25 this season. If they hit another field goal, they will be forced to score the touchdown. And let's see what happens. Fourth and 3. And now here is the kick, and that is good, remaining at a perfect season for the Dallas kicker. Here's the thing. Reflect the sun. It doesn't matter. Sometimes things aren't handed to you. Sometimes when it matters the most, you still have to go out there and you still have to step up and you still have to win. Russell Wilson's overpaid butt would have gotten us the lead by now. Just saying.
So, so ever since we had Pete Carroll as a coach, and even during the Russell Wilson era, our worst season was 7 wins. Like, even with Geno, potentially we're going to win 7 games this year. And so it's like Pete Carroll, no matter who he plops in there, is going to at least win 7 games. So, like,
but not with Drew Lock.
No, but
Drew Lock, if you're playing for Drew, if you play Drew Lock, you're basically tanking for a quarterback.
No, but think about it. right now it's like expecting us to only win 5 games last year was ridiculous.
No, it was not that far off because Geno was just not that good.
But Geno won 9 games, so it was like
because he has weapons. He has weapons to work with.
But this game's still not out of reach. We could still win this game.
They can still win, but I just don't. It's just not going to happen.
So
Geno Smith's 6 game-winning drives are the last 2 seasons, but don't forget those were also against garbage teams. It's the Browns and the Commanders. Who cares? That shouldn't even count. We're looking at a 1st and 10, minute 43 left in this game. And here is Smith. Got no running back with him. He's going to pass. You have to pass. And he's going for the big pass. And that's going to be caught by Tyler Lockett. And that's going to be a 1st down and goes out of bounds.
Woo!
It's a divisional game. It's rivalry games. It happens, Reflect the Sun. I really am doubling down on the Geno hate. I am probably... Do you think I'm the biggest Geno Smith hater in the fan base? Probably. And here is a 1st and 10. Still a 6-point game. And now here is Geno looking to pass. And here it gets the big one to number 87, Noah Fant. He's trying to fight for the 1st down. Does not happen. But you got to hurry up on this one. You got to make something happen. Can't just keep burning the clock down. Where's that time management? You got to make another play happen. And yes, he will. And here's Geno Smith going for pass again. Here's the throw, and that is going to be incomplete. Noah Fant could not catch that, but that was also a terrible throw by Geno Smith. That was not a catchable ball. The good news is that the clock does stop, and I would say you should probably run on this one. If the Seahawks only just got over their hate on Dan Quinn, because they didn't, I think they should have rehired Dan Quinn as their defensive coordinator, but they chose not to. 3rd and 2. The clock did stop, but the clock has been reset. 3rd and 2. This could be the game on the line. You got to get this or else you're on the 4th down pressure. Smith is passing again, and here it is, and that is incomplete again. Pass intended by Jackson Smith and Jigba, and now you're down to a 4th and 2. What are you going to do on this one? Do you pass or do you throw on this? Or do you pass or do you run?
I don't know. Well, if the one guy's injured, then you basically have DJ Dallas. Like they're bringing DJ Dallas in. So
yeah, I know.
But let's punch it through. Let's get this through because we need something here because this is
Geno cannot perform when it matters most. But now we're at 4th and 2. Game on the line. They absolutely got to get the 1st down or else this game is absolutely over. And now here's Geno Smith going to pass. Already pressured, and that's the game. And that's over. Good game, Dallas. And this is exactly why Geno Smith should not be our quarterback, even after this game. At this point, just put in Drew Lock and just let the season go. I am ready for a new quarterback. Geno Smith has proven once again that he is absolutely incompetent. Last 2 drives, and he still could not get it done.
But here's the thing: is would you just play out the season with Geno Smith because you can literally at the end of the season just drop him because of his contract?
No, I'm ready to just put in Drew Lock and just throw the season and just tank for a quarterback.
But you can't throw the season because there is you're going to be at least maybe like the 10th worst team, even with the way you're going. Unless other teams step up, you pretty much, because even if Drew Lock wins a game, that's a 7. You're going to win one of those games. That's 7 wins. You really think there's going to be that many more teams worse than you? Yes, there is. You think Carolina's actually going to win more than?
And the Cowboys are going to win this game, and eventually. And congratulations to you, Liam. And Liam, I got to do this just for you again.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
But I saw this coming. I knew this was happening, that Geno Smith just can't get it done when it matters the most. He'll perform somewhat early in the game, but then at the end of the game, he can't do game-winning drives. He just can't. This is why this season has become hopeless. It's already been hopeless.
So do you think that the Carolina, you think Arizona, and you think that the Patriots, who all Carolina has 1 win, Arizona has 2 wins, and the Patriots have 2 wins.
But not all those teams need quarterbacks. Carolina's already got a quarterback.
But looking at those teams, those are 3 teams right there. Or do you think they're going to have more than 6 wins? And even after Ravens going,
I agree. The defense was absolutely terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, not everything is handed to you on a silver platter. Sometimes you just have to step up, and you got to make that one more drive. That's all Geno needed to do, was make that one more drive, but he didn't do it.
Yeah,
and that falls on him.
Mm-hmm.
But all the Seahawks fans are going to make excuses for him, saying that, oh, he has no offensive line. Oh, the defense, they're not paying their part of the bargain, or the receivers are off. You just can't make those excuses.
But here's the argument about a lot of stuff, is that and you could say that, look at our 6 losses. In our 6 losses, half those games are not Geno's fault that we lost them.
The what?
So here's the thing: is in 6 of our losses this year, can you say Geno is the main problem why we lost those games? Half of them, no.
So the Rams game, no. The Bengals game, yes. Bengals game was 100% on him.
That is him. Okay, so that's one game you could argue.
And when was it 6-3? Okay, the Ravens game, there was nothing you could have done about that.
Okay.
They were just overmatched.
The Niners game.
Okay, so we're going to do 2. So this is Rams, and this is Ravens, and this is Geno.
And what about the San Francisco game?
San Francisco game, okay, fine. You couldn't really do much. You couldn't really do much on that. But the Rams game is on him.
What about the other Rams game?
Rams game is on him.
Because there's 2 Rams games. The one that we lost really badly.
Yes, that was on Geno.
Okay.
And this Cowboys game is on Geno too.
Well, no, the defense. Would you say the defense was a bigger problem than Geno?
Russell Wilson would have finished it. Aaron Rodgers would have finished it. Tom Brady would have finished it.
So you're talking about half our games are not Geno's fault.
Well, maybe there could have been some third down conversions that Geno Smith could have completed.
Yeah, but I'm saying half those games are not Geno's fault. So would you say our big problem is Geno, or do you think there's another problem that's worse than that?
Reflect the sun. Joe Burrow figured it out. He went to the Super Bowl with the worst offensive line. So no, not at all.
No, but my question is would you say that we need to change quarterbacks more, or fix our defense more?
You can fix everything on this team, but when the game is on the line, whether it is a low-scoring game or a high-scoring game, you still need the quarterback to get it done when it matters most. Geno just doesn't do it when it matters the most.
So Geno sometimes does it, and he does finish games. He can. We've seen it before. I know you're going to try to argue that they were easy.
Burrow's not getting it done is because he's injured.
No, but think about this right now. Think about this right now. The Seahawks, look at the games that like he's had game-winning drives. Geno has
against the Commanders. That doesn't count.
And he also
had the Browns had no quarterback, so that interception put them in the red zone.
Yeah, but the Browns and the Commanders aren't easy teams to.
Russell Wilson had the worst coach in NFL history under Nathaniel Hackett. So the Broncos were just broken. They're playing a lot better with Sean Payton.
But you get what I'm saying though, is that Geno has had success and can finish games. It's just the thing about it is that this game I blame it on the defense. I don't blame it on Geno. I think it's more of a defensive problem in this game because our defense gave up so much. And I think it was Woolen who was our big problem in this game.
Woolen was a problem because of the penalties, and he just couldn't get it done. Couldn't even finish tackles.
Yeah, and
so much pass interference. Couldn't get to Dak Prescott.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I might blame 2 losses. I might blame 2 of our 6 losses on Geno itself. But the other 4 losses, I don't blame on Geno. I don't think he's the main problem. That's just all I'm saying. Like if I analyze the games, like when, he wasn't our main problem. Like a lot of times our defense is just a big of a problem as Geno is, or sometimes even worse. Some people would argue that our team, because it's the most penalized team, is why we're losing games. How do we minimize penalties?
Let's take a few seconds.
Yeah.
And first we're going to do the commercial.
Okay.
Then I'm going to do I'm going to do the commercial, and then we're going to do the post-game show because we got to get to that because I got to get rolling so I could do all this. All right, let's get take your 60 seconds.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
This is
Hold on, give me a few again.
no problem.
All right. So the Seattle Seahawks just lost to the Dallas Cowboys 38. No. Cut. So the Dallas Cowboys just defeated the Seattle Seahawks 41-35, and at least when it was going on, it looked like the Seahawks were going to run away with this game with their dominant offensive performance, 35 points. And you would think that 35 points guarantees you a victory. But thanks to our defense that just did not play when it mattered the most, or when they were given like opportunities, especially with a big scoring window, the defense still messed it up. But as much as the defense was an absolute disappointment in this game, I'm still going to have to put it on Geno Smith because those last 2 drives, he really should have gotten at least something to at least get into field goal range. But it did not happen. And as much as Geno Smith, yes, he had a really good game. Yes, he doesn't have a good offensive line. Yes, the defense just coughs it up all the time. There are times where you just have to step up. Like, do you see Tom Brady or Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers throwing the defense under the bus? No, they work with what they have, and they still try to get it done. But tired of all these excuses for Geno. They're saying, well, Geno didn't give up 35 points. Geno didn't do this. Geno didn't have this. It gets to a point where you're just making excuses. And yes, I agree. The Seahawks defense was absolutely a joke, led by Tariq Woolen with so many penalties, and he just could not contain CeeDee Lamb, which is why I think that they should have put Witherspoon on him. I don't think putting in Witherspoon away from CeeDee Lamb was a good idea because at least you need a physical guy on defense. So bottom line, I'm saying that defense was terrible. Offensive line was terrible. Geno Smith can't finish the games. Like, I can't make the excuses because things are going to be more remembered for Geno not completing the games more than the defense was terrible. C-Films, take me to it.
So I think our biggest problem right now is our defense and stuff. And Geno can move the ball. Think about both those drives at the end of the game that he had, the opportunities. he got to the 45-yard line of his own thing. He was only 10 yards, maybe 10 yards off or 5 yards off of being in field goal range. So he had opportunity to basically get there. One of those passes, could you blame it on Geno or do you blame it more on Tyler Lockett?
The drop pass that no one seems to be talking about, including me. I mean, yeah, that really did not help, and it was a pretty wide open pass. Although I will say the angling of that pass was not that fantastic. And yes, because the offensive line's terrible, but even then, you still need a leader like Geno Smith still has to at least lead the team, still emotionally get them all fired up to at least motivate them to protect him. But the thing is, you can't just put it all on one pass. You can't put it all in just one pass. So many different factors. Too many penalties in this game. Yes. Defense is terrible. And also, Geno, he has to, when you're given the keys, when you're given the opportunity, you still have to close the game. That's your job as the quarterback.
Mm-hmm. But it's one of those things where it's like, it's one of those things where there's so many factors going into it. And I know because you are someone who really isn't a big Geno Smith fan, you kind of rife on Geno more and stuff like that. When I'm trying to look at the whole overall picture and see what's really like kind of what caused more of it. Because I think overall in that game, Geno had one of his best fantasy nights in the season. And then on top of that, I would say that like what really caused it was the penalties and the defense. And the bigger problem was Woolen. So if I had to, like, I'm just saying that's where I see, because like I'm looking at fantasy wise, I think our defense might have actually like had negative points today.
I mean, we could double check and see if that is for sure.
Yeah, because I think I saw that on my team. They might have had negative points.
I'll take a look and see how bad it was. Maybe 0. I'm gonna guess 0. What's your guess?
I think it's like -2, but it's -2.
You got -2, huh?
Yeah.
Just like Dallas's defense got -3.
Yeah. Look at this. Geno Smith had 29.8 points, his best fantasy night of the whole season.
How many fantasy points did he score?
29.8.
29.8, huh? But the thing, like I said, like you can do well in your first 3 quarters of the game, and it's not like Geno Smith had a great second half either. Mm-hmm. But you got to finish the game when it matters the most. That's what clutch quarterbacks do. And Geno is not a clutch quarterback. Like, I know that you say that, well, he won against the Commanders. The Commanders don't have a defense. Well, he won against the Browns, but the Browns quarterback thing is a problem so much that they got lucky with that interception, and it was in that red zone. So you couldn't screw that up.
Well, so here's the thing is, if a player is really bad or isn't doing great, they would lose most of their games. The Seahawks are putting enough pieces together to win half their games about both seasons. So you can't say our team's horrible, but you can't say our team's great. We're mediocre. I would call our team mediocre. That's how I look at it.
But do you at least agree on this? As much as defense is terrible, and here's the thing, like I know there's some Seahawks fans out there that are already harping on me going, well, you can't just put everything. The defense is terrible. But I've been saying throughout that the defense is absolutely terrible, but I can still say Geno did not finish those games. He did not finish it. Yeah. And no, Matt Hasselbeck is the better quarterback. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hasselbeck is better than Geno. And the thing about Geno is Geno has had some games where he hasn't finished. He hasn't completed the job he needs to do. It's like he can complete games against teams that are not great. That is true, or teams that are mediocre. So, like, yes, it's like some of the games he won big last year against teams weren't as good as what people thought they were. Like, look at the Chargers this year. The Chargers are horrible this year, are not great this year, and we beat them last year. You know, it's like the one good team we beat every year that's been steadily good that people thought wasn't great was the actual Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions are a good team. We beat them twice in a row, 2 years in a row. So it's like decent or bad teams. Yes, we're getting better at beating those teams. It's the good teams that we're struggling against because we don't know how to finish games. And the problem is that our team causes, like you said, too many penalties. It causes too many. Our defense doesn't hold up well enough, and our quarterback is not finishing the games. So like that, it's like But the thing about it is that some of those games, could you blame it on the kicker? Because look at that game. If our kicker would have made the extra kick, we would only been down by one field. We would only be down by less points. So they missed a kick. The game was at the Rams game. Our kicker missed a big kick. So like, there's so many other problems that we have. Is it time to scrap our kicker? Is it time to scrap part of our defense? Is it time to get a new defensive coordinator? I think we might.
Well, I was never a fan of Jason Myers to begin with. I think like we could have gotten Dustin Hopkins over Jason Myers, but the Browns, they snatched him up.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
As much as my Seahawks criticizers out there, the fans, here's my message to you. So do you really want me to pull a 180 and say like, oh, Geno Smith is an amazing quarterback? He's great. Offensive line's terrible. Defense, is that what you want me to do? Or would you rather be myself? I'd rather be myself. I'm sorry. I cannot tell a lie. I'd rather be honest and say that Geno just has to figure out a way. He has to figure it out on how to play with the odds stacked against him.
So
and I'm not being a hater. I'm just constructively criticizing that Geno still has to complete it, because if Aaron Rodgers was in that position, if Tom Brady was in that position, if Drew Brees was in that position, would we be making those excuses? No, they would be putting it all on those guys. Just like the 2007 Patriots, they had an average defense at best, but who did they blame it on? They blamed it on Tom Brady for not completing the final drive with 30 seconds to go. They put all of that on Brady. They did not put it on the lackluster defense that got scuffed up against Eli Manning.
It's good that you are being yourself. It's always good when people are themselves and being themselves. I think my thing is that I look at it a little bit different. Like, I'm not saying Geno is a great quarterback. I like Geno, but the thing about Geno is that I know Geno could do better. It could be better. And I know, like, I don't say he's as bad as what you say it is, because based on the numbers I see and what he's done in his success, I look at it as him as a mediocre quarterback. I don't consider him horrible.
You're just proving my point, but you proved my point on mediocrity. Do
we have enough pieces against? I think like with all our mediocrity on our team, we're good enough to make the playoffs every year, because the NFC is not the greatest right now.
But we can't defend on that. Like, us fans, we don't want just playoffs. Yeah. We want the Super Bowl. And ever since that Super Bowl 49 incident, I've wanted a Super Bowl the next day. Yeah. But it's not happened, and it's almost been 10 years. But I just don't think that Geno is the guy to take them to the Super Bowl. I don't think he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, which is why I think once the draft is arriving, you've got to look at least someone that will sit, at least throughout the rookie season of his, learn from things, maybe learn from Geno. Hey, I'm saying at least Geno can teach someone a thing or two. But at this point, at some time, we're going to have to move on from him. Well, on top of trying to fix this defense, which doesn't seem to be fixed. And Pete Carroll also, and I'm switching gears on this because I don't want to just be all about Geno, but Pete Carroll's also going to find the defensive coordinator, because obviously the defensive coordinator is not working. And yes, there's maybe a personnel problem, but we got a lot of talent on this team. Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't think we have the guys we don't have the coach to make it the right scheme. Like, who is our defensive coordinator? I forgot his name already. Yeah. That's how forgettable he is.
Yeah. Well, so the defensive coordinator, so the whole thing with our team right now is that everyone knew Geno I always knew Geno was a temporary fix. He was a temporary person you plop in, you see if he does well, and then you try to find I think what the thing is I think Pete Carroll right now is banking too much on Drew Lock being the next guy up in this whole situation as being the guy for the future. Realizing that, okay, he had one okay drive when he played that 2 minutes in that one game, and then the other game he played, he just flubbed out the place. So I think this offseason, they might actually try to draft a decent quarterback. They don't need a good draft.
I never liked Drew Lock.
Look at Brock Purdy. He was the last pick of the draft. A lot of good quarterbacks. Look at Russell, was like a third-round pick. So you don't need the first-round pick to find a good quarterback. That's true. So being mediocre, us being mediocre can still find a good quarterback and plop someone in maybe, like, say, a year from now, and while we're rolling.
But until then, don't expect a Super Bowl run out of the Seahawks this season, which is really sad because at the beginning of the season, everyone was expecting at least NFC Championship, but now we'll be lucky just to even make the playoffs.
Well, we already know we're going to be better than Arizona potentially. We're going to have a better record. So the only team we're worried about is like if the Rams overtake us this year and we become the third best team in our division.
Which would be really sad, but it is still possible because at least Rams have the quarterback. But I think we're almost running out of time. But bottom line, let's do a back and forth thing on things to blame for the Seahawks losing. I'll go first. Obviously, Geno Smith.
The defense.
Jason Myers.
Penalties.
Injuries.
Was it coaching?
I think that's what we've got.
Yeah.
And we can't really say ref ball or something like that. It's just when the Seahawks, the way they do their penalties, like every time you see the replay, they absolutely did deserve those penalties. Like some of those were like, you shouldn't have done something like that. The Bobby Wagner one was the only one I was like, okay, there's not really much he could have really done because he was already in the forward progress. But there are several where he should, those penalties were like easily preventable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think we're out of time right now, but I think that's all we really got to say. Now, let's go to the positive things. Positive things, DK Metcalf.
Geno Smith.
Man, what do I got? That's how I feel about this game. Charbonnet, at least before he got hurt.
Yep, that was a good one. It was like I'm trying to think of other good things that happened to us. It was like, well, we were lucky that the other team got a lot of penalties.
Yeah, we were lucky. I mean, Dallas really should have not won this game, but when you had two pretty decent opportunities to win the game, it still didn't happen. Yeah. And here's the thing, even with, and I know we're just going off, but even with a bad offensive line, could have done some screen passes too. It's not like you have to like throw down field with a bad O-line every time. You can always just scheme your way out of it. There's always screen passes you can do. You can always do short passes or at least have Geno run for himself. But none of those really happen. But those are my thoughts on this game, and I think we're going to end this portion of the post-game show.
Okay.
And thank you very much for watching this post-game show. And go Hawks.
And hashtag don't drink.
And don't quit your day job.
Yes.
So
hashtag don't smoke.
Yeah, don't smoke. But Reflect the Sun. I do like that you're very passionate about my Geno Smith criticizing, but hey, I'm not a hater. Maybe I just love Geno Smith just in a very weird way. Just remember, I grew up in a culture where criticizing was literally the only way to show love. Yeah. Where I was criticized all the time and always chastised. So I'm just happen to be used to criticizing so much.
Yeah.
It's not hating, it's criticizing. Maybe I said it in the heat of moment, and I'll put it out there on my shorts that I was showing that, oh yeah, Geno Smith, he is not the guy.
Yeah. But I think at the end of the day, it's like if we could fix our problems, because our team's not horrible. If we could fix our problems, we could be a 9-3 team. We could easily have a 10-win season. You know, it's like our team has a potential. It's just we've had 3 games we gave away. And it's sad to say, you know, I think if things would have went our way or things would have went a little different, we would talk about how great the Seahawks were this year.
We would, but sometimes things don't always go that way.
Yeah, we're in a down slope. This is like the downfall of the Seahawks right now. We had such a good run for 10 years, and now we're just the downfall of the Seahawks.
We are in the downfall, unfortunately. Yeah, Reflect the Sun, absolutely. Here's the thing. As much as we have Seahawks lovers and Seahawks haters, how about we can all agree on something? If everyone just agreed on the same exact thing, here's the thing. There would be nothing to talk about. Like, I do like that I have C-Films here that defends Geno Smith, and I love that I have myself that hates on Geno Smith, and I love that I have fans out there that doesn't agree with everything I say. And the only thing we can agree is we want the Seahawks to win, but at the same time, we all have our different ways on how we want this team to be run.
Yeah.
But at least one thing we can appreciate is we do have the Seahawks to always look forward to, except next week where they're going to get absolutely just obliterated by the 49ers.
We thought some people thought they were going to get obliterated by the Dallas Cowboys, and we had a competitive game. It was a better showing than like some people thought. I thought we were going to pull it out and stuff like that, but I was surprised we did it again, that we fell just short, but we were very competitive.
A lot of falling short games.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully Seahawks can figure it out, but I don't think they will, but
I know for sure that we're going to at least win 7 games this year. I feel like,
we got to win at least against Tennessee Titans, yeah. But that is going to do it, and I appreciate the guys being here. I appreciate Liam being here. I appreciate Reflect the Sun being here. Hopefully, as things go forward, that we'll be doing. I mean, we're going to do more stuff like this. It's just hopefully we can find more time to do something like this. How do I figure it out? I don't know. But that's going to be it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you so much for being part of the show. Thank you for the donations. And maybe just last one can just throw something out there in donations. That would be appreciated. And within the last 1 minute, and I will start the timer for the last 1 minute. We'll take donations for the last 1 minute. And after that, I will call it the rest of the night.
Hashtag don't quit your day job.
Hashtag don't quit your day job. Hashtag don't drink. Hashtag don't gamble. Right? Don't gamble.
Yes, and hashtag don't smoke.
Hashtag don't smoke. And once again, I appreciate C Films for being part of the show as well. I really did. I really do enjoy your company here. You always make it more fun.
Oh, well, thank you.
Don't drink during your day job.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy doing these things. It's fun doing these things and stuff like that. It keeps me more engaged with the team and stuff like that. I feel like I've become a bigger part of the Seahawks and stuff and their journey. So this has been great.
Absolutely has been an absolute ride. And we got 10 seconds left and no donations. But I am happy I got the $4 at least. So that is going to do it. Everyone, have yourselves a great night. And once again, go Hawks.
Go Hawks.